Falcons against Team Spirit. Looking at the drafts, I feel like both teams, Team Falcons, this is pretty much bread and butter for them. You know,
Ooh.
Shadow Demon, Marana, CK for Skeeter. He's been the OG CK player. I remember back in the days, 2017, he's playing for Penta Sports or Penta Esports, and he was popping off. Nobody wanted to touch that hero at the time, but he was the one. This is his original hero. I think Team mentioned that this right now is going to be his most played hero because he knows ins and outs.
Okay. All right. Well, in and outs of the CK. I feel like it reminds me of when Illidan played CK. I feel like he was my CK guy when I was growing up. As a young lad watching Dota. I was still very older watching Dota, but yeah, I mean, I love CK.
Where that got you.
Safe lane. Yeah? Yeah.
Watching Illidan, suddenly casting lower bracket finals. And yeah, panel did discuss about not having too much of a lockdown. For Storm Spirit, there is Boundless Strike. CK Stun is not the most reliable one. And then you have Shadow Demon setup with Marana Arrow. Mira will be playing Io. We've seen Io having some good success this tournament, whether when he was played as position 4 or 5, paired up with some of the good heroes like Marcy carry. A couple of times the hero feels really good. They have the global presence. These heroes can pretty much show out of nowhere. You have Storm Spirit setting things up, into relocate. I also want to see who's he going to be paired up with. I think in the mid game, he needs to be paired up with the Storm Spirit, providing him with mana. Clinks doesn't want to utilize Io,
right? Since
he's playing from Invis.
So all 4 bounty runes go in the way of Falcons on that pickup. Amar, Skitter, Crit, Snaking, all got one.
Such a great start for Falcons.
I loved the Ops threw us up the net worth for a split second, and it was just 200 gold ahead. It was great. But we'll see how these lanes come out. Could definitely see top being a killer lane for Falcons if they land an arrow. You've got Reality Rift and the Chaos Bolt to follow it up. But right now we're looking 3 lanes, 2 eyes. And I mean, I'm seeing fun Dota. We've seen some games that feel like, you know, First Blood comes out at 8 minutes, and I don't want to jinx it too early, but these lineups scream fight.
You might be right. We've seen a lot of stacking. Sure, there is Shadow Demon, so you know that he's going to make a lot of stacks no matter what. We've seen, what, like 40, 50 stacks 15 minutes into the game. Yatoro is getting initiated on down to half HP.
Needs to be careful. This Clink's not so tanky early on. Only has 1 level in the Tar Bomb, so...
becomes super tanky. As soon as he starts to get the more points in that back, you pop one of those charges. Once you get to level 5, having 2 of those charges plus a magic one, you have a lot of turnaround potential. Yatoro so far, he did not play Clinks. He did play 10 different heroes. This guy, as you all know, can play anything, but this is going to be his first showing of the Clinks. You said a lot of Chinese teams love to experiment with Clinks, and other teams started to pick up on it.
Yeah, Clink's in the safe lane. It's crazy to me that Amar is on the Timbersaw, by the way, because they were spending a lot of that draft banning Amar. And then you get there and you're like, all right, we've banned 5 Amar heroes. What is he going to pick now? And he still has his Timber. So you tried, but you've now given him Timbersaw, and I feel like that may turn into being a mistake. And I say that because both the supports here don't really have
they don't control. They don't build into any kind of silence. Arena needs to be the one. Also, Yatoro, we still don't know what he's gonna go for. Okay, now seems like we know. Double Mithril Hammer. People have been toying with 2 different builds on Weaver and Clinks, going for Gleipnir or going for Deso. And both of these items seem super strong. Seems like he wants to have a slightly more explosive damage. They feel like they have enough control. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing Gleipnir playing into CK. Illusions and also Root Mechanic is great against Timbersaw, of course, at keeping those illusions in the spot.
Waiting to see what Amar puts in level 3, so... Just searching as, you know, I feel like this is a lane where, truthfully, Crit's going to be able to move around a lot, right? Amar won't need much help. Crit can move towards top. We could see the disruption into an arrow, into a Chaos Bolt, and they get a kill up top for the side of Falcons.
We've seen that quite often when the enemy offlaner can be left alone, or just a moment where the lane is pushing in. 4 minutes in, enemy supports are making a move, securing the rune, and then you make a move through the gate. Suddenly, it's 3-1 in the top lane.
Yeah, and especially with Amar taking that 2nd level in reactive armor, I could see Crit just moving around here and potentially even making stacks, right? Like, Shadow Demon is amazing at doing so. We talked about the game being a bloodbath potentially, and it might take some time to pop off, but you give stacks over to Amar, and all of a sudden, he's off to the races, and 9 now in some trouble under the tower. Boundless Strike with the Jingu popped, going after Mira, getting some health back. Now the Elder Titan comes in to look for that sleep, but unneeded as they get that first blood. Laurel killing 9.
Yeah, this is a bit of an odd matchup, I would say, where you're playing Monkey King into Storm. Usually Monkey does really well against most of the melee heroes, but he does well into Storm as well. That's why Mira decided to TP Yatoro. 6 magic wand charges.
Yeah, let's see if he can survive here. Again, Amar not afraid of going under the tower, and Crit's going to be the one who gets the kill. Did pop that wand, but it was not enough life coming back his way, and Miposhka steps up, trying to fight Amar, but 22 stacks in that reactive armor are going to make this very difficult for Miposhka to get the kill. And 9 under the tower again. Boundless striking Laurel, but taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, 9 definitely wanted to play much more aggressive in this lane, but this TP rotation from Mira did catch him off guard. Also, Amario in the bottom lane, he is putting more points into reactive armor, which is something that we don't see. There's like one valuable point, but everything is about right clicks in this lane, so not really surprised that he did go for the second point.
And it keeps him very survivable, allows Crit to move if he wants to. And I'm taking a look at their triangle, and they've got a couple of stacks already made. So there will be stacks to be had for the side of Falcons. Nothing in the triangle for the side of Team Spirit just yet. And taking an early glance, it does feel like you've got a bit of a lead here bottom for Falcons. Top's looking okay with CK, but things for the most part pretty even, and we'll see if when 6 happens for Laurel, which is soon, if he's going to make a move to another lane.
Laurel also did decide to go for mana boots on Storm, something that we don't usually see, but you're paired up with Io, so that's going to be extra mana coming your way. So that's going to be nice.
9 again.
And again.
Yeah, Vortex pulling him in.
Mira.
Crit's here to try and save him. Disruption, though, onto the Storm. Snake King comes in with the arrow, but it's going to be off the mark, so 9. This is rough for him, as his lane is just not going well. He's not level 6 just yet. He's got 9 charges in that wand, but it could be better. Laurel really putting the hurt on this Monkey King. Boundless Strike to full health. Never mind. All right, he's good. And that was Jingu lasting towards the end, and he throws that Boundless Strike to get to full health. Thinking about top for a second. They had the Mirana nearby, arrow ready to go, but won't throw it over onto Collapse. Amar 41 and 11 in this lane.
Snake King also making a move.
Uh-oh.
I don't know about this one.
There's also a Monkey King.
Here.
The banana was there.
Banana mode.
Hidden under the Mirana, but distracting them enough to get the Wisdom Rune. Not sure if this is going to work out, though, or if it's worth it. Skitter surrounded, and he's going to die. Collapse gets that kill.
Snake King probably saying it's worth it.
Yeah.
He did pick up the XP rune. They sacrificed Skeeter, and now he's level 5 on Mirana. Level 4 Shadow Demon. Stacks about to be cleared. Monkey, he can't really clear the stacks, so the stacks are going to be cleared by Amar. This also means supports on Spirit will not have that much XP. Level 3 only on Miposhka. He's going to need a... I mean, the good thing is ET's not ulti-reliant hero so much compared to some other heroes, like, I don't know, Shadow Demon, these Lions support. So I would love to have Relocate so that he can play different side of the map. And Amar getting ready. We'll stack it one more time in the triangle.
Yeah, he took that big camp, now getting the Ancient stack. Laurel hit with the Balance Strike, the Whirling Death. Good amount of damage on a Laurel. Monkey King even committing to this. Goes into the Mischief, turns into a Courier, and now slept up by the Elder Titan. 9, though, with the Jingu. He's fine. Miposhka's been caught.
Almost caught him.
This is going to be Elder Titan dying to the Whirling Death of Amar. So giving him that kill. He also got that boost up thanks to the stacks. There's still Ancient stacks to be had. And he's top of the net worth by a solid margin. Falcons doing really well.
don't underestimate the damage, the turnaround potential from this mid Monkey King. I know it's not the most common hero. South America did love to play it in a lot of these like really good matchups. Nine did bring it out one time so far, and I believe that they won that game. Yeah, they were playing against Heroic.
They look over at 9 again. The leap in from Snaking. He's level 5. They'll look for the sweep. It lands onto the Monkey King of 9. Boundless strike off the mark. And Noirl kind of playing with his food there as he ball lightnings back and forth and gets the kill into the Monkey King once more.
Team Spirit bringing in numbers. Yatoro even makes a move. Klinks early on. He's a hero that deals a lot of tower damage.
He's got the Sterling Falcon Blade in at Blightstone. So they'll take this tier 1 mids. This is going to open up the map for Team Spirit. They've really shut down 9. Their biggest issue right now is the fact that Amar has so much farm. He's top of the net worth by a lot, and it is growing. But is Timbersaw going to be the end-all, be-all when he goes up against this Spirit lineup that's farming pretty well, especially Collapse, who's working towards that blink?
And Collapse has been pretty silent, involved in 1 kill. Does have
that
a
kill
point saved up
too.
In case he needs the arena. Does not want to use it immediately. Depends whether he wants to take some extra farm, and now he gets it. Larley's in again.
Moonlight Shadow, thanks to that quicker 6 for Snaking, as they took those Wisdom runes, so they're able to get invis real quick as they felt the pressure coming in from Team Spirit. They're going to clean up some stacks here. Marl will get a little bit of gold. He's going into the Witchblade. He's also got an invis rune ready to go. So let's see if maybe they can find a kill towards top. Skitter back in the jungle. He's trying to get this last component to the armlet, so he'll need a creep camp or 2.
Klinks comes online much faster than CK in this game. He's going to be fight ready pretty soon in the next 2-3 minutes. Yatoro, Klinks does farm a lot with his death pact. Every single time it's off cooldown, you're going to eat the big creep. While CK, he wants to get to his armlet, wants to pick up Orchid, such a good Orchid game, great against Klinks, and of course Storm Spirit. Panel did discuss that there's not that much of a lockdown for Storm, so definitely a valuable pickup. And also, CK doesn't get as involved as Klinks early on. He wants to use his ulti, continue to farm up every single time it's off cooldown, and then join with his second item. Pretty similar to, I would say, Naga Siren, where you're farming with your illusions, you get to your 2-item timing, and then you start to join in these engagements.
And you could see your words coming to life already. Yatoro, he's moved over top through the Twin Gate, and they'll see Snaking, but they need to make sure that they have control. He does have 3 leaps, and going after the Mirana and showing yourself immediately might lead to just giving up your position or that information where Falcons retreat. So it's kind of wise here from Klinks to not go immediately on the Mirana. You don't have that silence, you don't have that control. It's probably just a wasted move.
I think he's also too afraid. If he gets initiated on by Shadow Demon, they don't have that silence yet.
Ball lightning in. Nine's got the Jingu, but he already used Boundless Strike. This could be trouble for him. Turns into the Courier, goes after Miposhka, trying to at least get a kill before he dies, but Collapse showed up with God's Rebuke, and he'll get the kill. Spear lands after the disruption was used on Alaro, who's out of mana. They go to the Demonic Kerchief, got the arena down, they find themselves the kill on Alaro. Now Collapse,
he's in.
3v1. As God's Rebuke to kill off Crit. Now he's tethered. Spears back on Mar. He was 3v1 into the arena, but Team Spirit stuck around and they're trying to help out. 1 second stun on the Yatoro. They'll kill off this Klinks. Get the kill on Amira. Look over at Collapse. Falcons starting to clean up as he'll fall too.
It's going to be a full team wipe.
Yeah, early on for Falcons. They will find the full team wipe. They just need to kill Miposhka. And Amara looking for the high 5. Miposhka not looking to oblige. Doesn't even want to die. He's juking out these timber chains and making Amara work for it.
Oh, some good sidestep.
He'll miss the chakra, but eventually it'll happen and the full team wipe is complete.
And the fight keeps going on. Snaking, he's going to die.
Yeah, Laro comes back in, but now disruption.
He needs to be careful. Mario is waiting for him on this side.
Yeah, little timber chain. Ooh,
relocate. So they're going to come back. Let's see if Falcons want to take another fight. How much? Okay, this fight has been going on for way too long. Doesn't even show. 1 minute plus fight. You said that this game is going to be much more action-packed, and definitely is 13 kills in 13 minutes. I did the math. It was fast math, but incorrect this time. It's all that matters. Gotta get those numbers out as fast as possible.
Yatoro, you said he's going to be active earlier. Does that make Skitter feel like he has to be just as active and kind of mirror that movement? Because he came over mid, and we've seen sometimes fights like that happen where a carry on the opposite end won't fight. But he came over and
he had Phantasm ready. Also, there was a cute little play from Skeeter with Phantasm. He was on the edge of the arena.
Right.
He did pop the ulti, and he got inside of the arena where he wanted to focus down Collapse. Amar is mega massive. Eternal Shroud, Kaya, 14 minutes in. This is like 20-minute items we're talking about from the offlane Timber.
Yeah, his GPM at the moment is 608. It's insane. Almost at 10K, 15 minutes into the game. That is wild. Orchid being built here for Skitter. He's taking care of some stacks. Or, well, trying to. Meanwhile, Nine, who's had a struggle of a game so far, he is bottom of the net worth in cores by a lot.
Yeah, he's been super active, but he's not involved in any of the kills. That's pretty ridiculous to think about, because he was the one starting the fights, and here he comes again.
That might change.
It should be a kill without him dying.
There it is. He gets the assist this time, so he goes from 0-3-0 to 0-3-1. And they're also going to put the pressure onto the tier 1 tower over bottom, while he's going into the Mage Slayer. Item we used to see on everybody, now more selectively picked.
Need some cheap item to be able to get back into the game. Of course, great against Storm Spirit, great against Mars, and synergizes nicely with his Wukongs. Falcons, they want to take this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. When it comes down to tower damage, they don't have as much, but they do continue to farm up these stacks. Eternal Shroud, that good of an item. Even Storm's thinking about picking it up.
I mean, it's so good of an item, even I'm thinking about picking it up. It really is.
Default build for every hero. No, it just makes things a lot more difficult. And look at the stack team at 13. Crit has been very active in the jungle.
He is the
Total
same
stacks
amount.
are almost the same. They are the same now, but
that's crazy, because they didn't spend the first few minutes stacking. Balance strike. Collapse, juking and jiving.
Arrow will hit it.
Gosh, they got him.
They covered all the exits, making sure that he can't run away. And now Amar continues to chase. There is no 3.
Desso's done now for Yatoro, so maybe they look to smoke and go, but they did just lose Collapse. He's got his Blink Dagger, and they can make a move to start getting charges on this Desso. I mean, I think that's the proper play, even down by 3K, because you've got Storm 2, you have Relocate available to you. Like, this is a lineup made for pressure, and now they're going after Miposhka over mid. They've got the tether, they've got the right clicks coming out from Lara, the ball lightning, they're trying to kill onto Amar. The Air Splitter comes through as well as the arena for Collapse. The spear lands on a 9. They'll take out the Monkey King and look for more. Amar's Timber Chain misses, and they'll kill him off.
Collapse with a really nicely placed arena, catches them inside. A bit too greedy from Falcons.
Yeah.
Like, they wanted the quick kill and get out, but Team Spirit, they were so ready. Miposhka did die 4 times. They died this engagement as well, but he's pretty happy about it. And there's the Orchid reveal.
Yeah, on Alaro, he's tethered up, so he's not really taking too much damage just yet. Gets up on the high ground. The sweep lands onto 3 heroes. Yatoro's coming over. He wants to get some Deso charges. Arrow eaten by Miposhka. That's going to allow Laro to keep going. And here comes Yatoro, who will get the kill on a Snake King. So Spirit have turned the tides with 2 good fights. And something I wanted to add just on that last fight is the fact that the arena went down. All these trees were taken out. Timber was trying to get out via those trees and didn't have any options.
Unable to connect, unable to get out. And now things are pretty even. Yatoro getting involved, does have those Deso charges up to 6 already, and did pick up the shard. This is his way of clearing the creep wave immediately. We can see Boundless Strike has been used. This is a 2-man rotation from Falcons, but it's not enough. So Collapse.
And it takes out all those trees on top right there, even though it doesn't go technically to that high ground. Good fight there. Yeah, Collapse taking out 9 and Amar. And Amar, who is top of the net worth, giving up a lot of gold on that death. 625 to Collapse and 534 to the 3 other heroes helping. That is crazy, the amount of gold he gave up just 16 minutes into the game. He's having such a good one. So, how many charges does that make for the Deso? 6 already. As Crystallis soon. Tier 1 tower mid getting pressured by Falcons. What's the stopgap here for Falcons? Do they just have to...
Oh, they're going to keep going. They rely on no cooldowns whatsoever. Collapse.
Smoke breaks. Collapse is behind him.
He's going to be happy about that one. Just finished off his BKB. That's going to be the big item in terms of him jumping in. Maybe they can try to focus him down if he blinks in with Demonic Purge and then CK with the illusions, but those illusions are not as tanky still, so they can die. 9.
Needs to be careful because this could just be blink. Spear and is. Earth Splitter crit there with the disruption. Earth Splitter's going to be off the mark, but everybody comes in from the side of Team Spirit. They want to get this kill on an eye. The Glimmer keeping him alive for a second longer, but they've got the dust. They'll have the arena. And they'll get the kill onto the Monkey King. Looking for more, though. Ball lightning into the Vortex. Crit staying alive. Skidder thinking about turning this around with a Reality Rift to Chaos Bolt, but Laurel's got a lot of mana to work with. You have to be careful if you're Falcons, because another Blink Spear combo could mean another death.
Nicely executed gank from Team Spirit. They did manage to get 5k gold lead in total. It was a 3k gold lead for Falcons in the last couple of minutes, and now it's 2k for Team Spirit. Yatoro continues to farm up.
He's got that Shard, the Burning Barrage. He's also got that Crystallis. 20 minutes in. Tormies are available. Team Spirit, they've really been active. They hit that mark and they've been ready to go. Yatoro really not afraid of showing up, especially on the Clinks, knowing that they really do give a lot of damage out there with the death so early. BKB, pop by Collapse, the TP out, and he's free to leave. So, a gank from Falcons forcing out that first usage of the BKB. They had that Orchid, they used the Demonic Purge as well. Phantasm was used for the CK, and they don't get anything out of it, but Spirit are happy with that. Collapse TP's out, more farm for this Clinks. Also more farm for Laurel.
Now, Laurel with a bit of a different item. Like, somebody showed you this item, like this itemization, you would be like, okay, what is that hero? Would be difficult to guess. No. Herald bracket build, but it's effective because he needs to have more tankiness. He's extremely difficult to take down. You have Io with Holy Locket, now mech completed on Mira, so it's going to be a lot of sustain for now. Falcons, they don't have anything to deal with those extra heals. So
yeah.
Eventually, Shiva's Guard is going to come out on Amar, but no Scotty, no Spirit Vessel.
Would you have rathered him go Shiva's Guard before this Ags?
No, I think he wants to become super tanky. He wants to be in the middle of the arena and get those reactive armor stacks immediately, so they're going to need to like run away slightly. It's going to be a big zoning tool. So there it is.
They got the scan.
The run.
And now Team Spirit showing up from behind, smoked up. 5-man smoke. Let's see if they can find anything with this. Collapse looking for the opportunity to go in with this Blink Arena Spear. Pop that reactive armor off. Going to the Moonlight Shadow. They need some dust. They need some sentries down. As Amar turned the other way for a second. Reactive armor will explode. Boundless Strike from 9. Ball lightning in. Looking for the opportunity. Collapsing with a 3-man arena. They've got the spear. It's through onto the CK. Wukong's is out. 9 trying to do all he can to help out with the damage. They get the Clint of Snaking. They'll take the Mirage, the Burning Barrage. Doing some damage. The Sleep comes through. Lands onto a lot of these Falcons heroes. They'll kill off 9. They'll look at Skidder. Crit slow 2. Amar the face of Team Spirit, but realizing he needs to leave. Armlet toggling is Skidder trying to get away from the side of Team Spirit, but Laurel, not a lot of mana left for him. Blink TP out. Skidder's away. With the Glimmer Cape, he'll TP out too. And Spirit, all they lose is Maposhka. as they continue to force their will on a Falcons.
They're so tanky in the middle of a fight, having mech holy locket on tethered units, and also some really nice stomps coming out from ET. Miposhka really feeling himself in this game. And it's also a good way of dealing with Wukong's command, where you use Earth Splitter, use Arena in the middle of it, so you can still take the fight. But Clinks is the big winner. Yatoro deals insane amount of damage. All these small items, Falcon Blade, Dragon Lance, these are not like real items for now. Crystallis, then you have Orb of Destruction. So everything's super cheap on top of Deso. And also he is extremely tanky. He did 8 2 death pack charges. He did use it on skeletons, which makes him extremely difficult to take down.
Yeah. So they get this Tormentor shard for Snake King. As I believe 9, he got that Rod of Atos. Yeah, he's looking for the Gleipnir. Went to the Rod of Atos for that extra control earlier on. Kaya Sange is finished for Laurel. Just needs that Sange delivered. There it is.
This is not a Storm Spirit. This is Bristleback with this build.
Agnes.
Eternal Shroud, Kaya Sange, having Gaio behind him with all that heal. And it is faster than the average.
Yeah, Laurel dominated mid. And you can see the difference in net worth between him and 9. It's really just a 2v3 core situation in the moment. 9 looking to get a Gleipnir for the control, but with the way he's farming at the moment, it's going to be pretty slow, and you can see the difference in GPM is pretty massive. The hero damage is close, considering. It's 3k difference, but for someone as underfarmed as the Monkey King, you can kind of worry that if he does get his hands on a little bit of farm, it could be a problem.
Definitely could. For now, playing a bit of a sacrificial game. Snaking, he's almost having the same amount of farm as 9. He did get the shard from Tormentor. Now, Team Spirit, easy Roche for them. So it's like Team Falcons, they did not want to take the fight. We talked about sustain. Miposhka did pick up Vladmir's offering, so that's going to be even more. We have Vampire Fangs on Mars. Everybody, like on both sides. That's why the fights are lasting for so long, 45 up to a minute.
Man, Miposhka's getting a lot of farm. I've never seen a 5 consecutively and consistently get so much farm the way he has with Spirit the last few games I've watched.
And he had a horrible start. Like, he was level 4, 10 minutes into the game. His XP rune got stolen. But this guy, he knows how to move. He needs to be, like, he knows how to be at the right position at the right time.
Pretty sure, you know, it is boosted a little bit from the shard he got from the Tormentor, but he still has drums and Vlads. He's working pretty well. Team Spirit, they're grouped up looking like they're going to smoke up again. 3 smokes on Miposhka. So they're looking to keep it going, but the BKB's finally been finished off here by the CK for Falcons, and they've almost got the Shiva's Guard for Timbersaw, and that might be a moment where they're looking to fight. A couple of leaps out, Ball Lightning from Laurel looking for Snake King, Moonlight Shadow, and doesn't know that he was right on top of Snake King, who will be able to escape.
Snake King always gets the farm, especially when he plays Mirana. This is his signature hero from Pause 5, being an old 4 player as well. Likes to get some extra gold. Guardian Greaves completed.
This is risky. Getting those Lotus Petals is...
They noticed that.
Very risky move, yeah.
They saw the Lotuses being picked up from the pool and initiated immediately. Laurel, he had 0 mana, and this is a big item as well. When we talk about the jump, Nullifier.
8 minutes faster than the previous record. 1 match, 0 wins. That doesn't bode well. Now Timbersaw, he's got this. Shiva's in just a second. Walks up to the secret shop. There it is. There's Nemesis Curse coming through for the Clinks. He's trying to get himself into a Lincoln Sphere as well as a Daedalus. They're going to try and fight. They've got a 3-second stun, and they'll rip apart Miposhka. Just blown up so fast.
Yeah, luckily, they did not lose the gem.
Ooh, stealing a Wisdom Rune.
And even more damage. Nemesis Curse, picked up by Clinks.
Both Wisdom Runes this time going their way. They've got the Orchid 3-second stun, and another support dead on Spirit. This is the speed in which they can clean heroes up. With this Orchid, and it's going to be a Bloodthorn soon. You get caught like this by the CK, you're not going to survive.
You're never going to like not have damage while having CK with Bloodthorn in your team. Timbersaw, Shiva's Guard now completed, so that's going to be his extra protection.
Reality Rift.
Skeeter.
Got the Orchid. Laurel, he'll lose that Aegis. Collapse with the Arena. It's going to hit on the Snake King with the Spear follow-up. So they get the Mirana, but now do they want more? Ball Lightning from Laurel looking for 9, who's just caught here in no man's land. He's dead too. The rest of the team able to escape.
Really back and forth game. A lot of kills. 29 kills in 29 minutes. Seems like both these teams, they want to take the fights, but every single time somebody gets jumped, they die immediately. Even with all this sustain, Amar doesn't have a Blink Dagger. They're gonna go.
Yeah, they see him. Shiva's Spear, but also Timber chaining forward, so not ending at the tree. They've got the disruption. Skinner goes in with the BKB. Yatoro will pop his own too. They find the sweep. It's onto Amar. They'll tether up on a Laurel for a second. The Timber chain as well as the Whirling Death. They get the gun to collapse. They'll look over for Amar still. He's tanky, but not that tanky. Right clicks in from Skinner, but the Burning Barrage lands onto the CK. They'll get the kill on a Skinner. 2 heroes down on the side of Falcons while they look for more. Vortex pulls back. Snake King, he'll leap away, but the Ball Lightning and a little bit of mana left for Laurel is enough to look at Skeeter and get this kill. Line, though, shows himself, and he's tether up still. They've got the help from the Clinks. Yatoro gets a kill there on a 9, and the only one alive is Crit.
Man, Laurel is tankier than Timbersaw with Aghanim Scepter. This is insane.
Wow.
Tethered up to Io. Like, damage numbers, how much damage he tanked, and we can see the healing coming out so far. 18,000 damage. But Laurel also, we gotta mention that he has a really good neutral item. Vindicator's Axe. You don't see that on Storm Spirit. So he gets stunned, he gets extra 20 armor. So he's sitting at 40 plus armor in a team fight.
This is a
Can't
storm.
be focused down.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is a storm that can't die. Man. So, 4 heroes dead on the side of Falcons for a second. They'll all be up in 10. BKB for Laurel next.
5,000 gold on him.
He can get this BKB. Truthfully, I wouldn't be shocked if he went for something else.
I'm down for Shiva's. I really want him to pick up Shiva's Guard. He's playing into CK Monkey Timber, and we're going to see that again. Look at him. Look at his HP and look at his mana. And he's going to still end up the fight with having half of his mana because how much heal Io provides. Look, back to full mana immediately. They're going to try to focus him down one more time. See, he gets silenced. Well, if he gets silenced, he gets some more damage. So he starts to right-click because of the Vindicator's Axe.
And then he just keeps going in, and it looks like, oh, you know what? He doesn't have a lot of mana left. Maybe he won't keep going. No. He continues.
Yeah, he's literally healing up here.
Under the tier 3 tower.
Into tier 4 towers.
And he did. He's going Shivas. Wow, what a call-out. Collapse with the BKB. They'll throw the Spear to Mar, who's not feeling tanky anymore.
All right. Queue up some pops after this one. Play Storm Spirit off lane from the mid lane. This is just nuts, and he has Region Rune now. I mean, we can keep talking about Storm because he is the menace right now for Team Falcons. They don't have anything to deal with him.
Yeah. They've nothing. He's 8-1 and 12. His only death was mid in the laning phase.
If you stun him, he has 60 armor. Like 40 armor is 70% physical reduction. This guy's not gonna die.
You said 60?
60, yeah.
Oh,
not
God.
16.
Wukong's Gleipnir. All right. Well, speared out of this Wukong's command. They get the kill on Ramira, but uh-oh, Skitter. Out of this disruption, he's going to be in trouble with BKB or not. He's dead for 70 seconds. This is looking like the end here for Falcons. Spirit just running all over him.
Well, Laurel just doesn't care. He's sitting in the middle of tier 4 towers, getting hit by those towers and receiving no damage whatsoever. There is also buyback available on Mira if something like really bad happens, so you can buy back, come into a fight with relocate, but they're gonna wait it out.
I don't really see the answers here for Falcons, but what do you see?
Bloodthorn is there, so they do have the damage, but if you go on him with Bloodthorn, he gets silenced, he gets stunned, he receives more armor, so it's pretty difficult to kill. Maybe try to kill him without stunning him.
Kill a Storm without stunning him?
Yeah. Gleipnir, there we go. Not a stun.
Not gonna lie, I've heard you say some really smart things, but killing a Storm without stunning him might be the most Herald thing you've ever said.
Oh, and now with amplified damage. Also, why does he look like Spirit Breaker? This set.
I love this set. I think it's the old school Storm, right? The Dota 1 Storm?
I don't remember looking like that, but oh, scan connect.
I have no idea. 9, he's going to be in the Moonlight Shadow, but there's the Vortex. They've got the disruption. They'll throw an arrow out. That actually hits the Storm on the Reality Rift. It came all the way across. They got the kill on the Laurel.
After all.
Oh my. Wukong's dropped down. Collapse puts an Arena in. They still get the kill on a Skitter. They don't need the Storm Spirit. Amar wondering what he can do. He was hit by the Nullifier. Timberchain across. They get the kill on a Collapse. They'll follow these heroes on the side of Spirit. They pop the Lincolns. The chase is on. The sleep misses. Can they get Yatoro? He's trying to run. He's still dusted up. Amar, Timber Chains, hits him with the Shivas. Chakram off the mark. Crit though, no Demonic Purge.
Does have one sentry available. Let's see if Crit finds him. Oh, he sees the
Yatoro
skellies.
sees him. Oh,
no disruption available. So that arrow making a lot of difference.
He went for him the first time while he was a little bit higher up on the steps, happens to get away, pulled back in with the Reality Rift, and still gets hit by the arrow. That's marksmanship. That was insane. Roche up in 10 seconds. Skinner still melts too, though. He cannot survive, even with BKB.
If he's in the middle of a fight, if he's inside of the arena, gets hit by some like random Earth Splitter, gets hit by a Stomp, God's Rebuke, these illusions, they are still not as tanky. He does have 3.2k HP, but illusions, they do die. And also you have the Poshka with the Shard, who can get on top of those illusions, get the aura on them. Double aura, let's see. Roshan is up.
Yatoro showing in lane, Sentry down, they see him again, the Demonic Purge, but the ball in immediately going after Crit. They've got themselves a silence as well as a 3-second stun, but the tether, yep, this is Laurel back to feeling so tanky. Skinner's gonna melt here to Yatoro once again.
They're trying
this
to kill
is just
Mira.
too much damage coming out from this Clinks. They can't stop it. Laurel has half his mana pool, which means he's got more than enough. That arrow's not gonna hit this time. They've got the Vortex on to 9, and they'll get the kill on the Monkey King.
Yatoro is level 25. Tar Bomb, multi-shot. Even though Roshan is alive, seems like they want more. Snaking, getting stuck inside the arena.
Great spear, Yatoro, godlike triple kill.
It seems like
too
they
much
don't care about Roshan. This is the second Roshan with Cheese, but they want to take another side because they feel they rely on no cooldowns whatsoever. And let's see where they're going. They're going to the mid lane.
Force. Wow.
Available only on Mirana.
No
buyback. Multi-shot.
20 seconds.
Doing the work.
Down go the tier 4s. Here comes Amar. Hit with the Nullifier, trying to do the damage, the disruption for the save, but they're going to go after Crit. They've got themselves the Vortex. He's still trying to run away, but look at the damage coming out from Yatoro again. Amar, you're supposed to be a tanky Timber, but you are just paper thin at this point.
Not against Nullifier, and this just might be it.
Yeah, they find the spear, they connect with Crit, they'll focus the throne. They've got CK available for one more ride. But they'll try with the BKB from Skinner, the Burning Barrage coming out. They'll call GG in the middle of the fight. They know it's over. Spirit take game 1 of this lower bracket final up against Team Falcons.
Ooh, this was one nasty combo from Team Spirit. They were down 3k, but some of these mid-game...
The game than us.
So a different read, but I want to ask after the first game, right? Where's your confidence at as the whole team? Where's your confidence after this draft? Do you feel enlightened that you can go and get this into a third game?
I mean, the thing is, like, I know we're like in the top 3, but our form's pretty bad this tournament, and we have Sandin. So like anything from here is a bonus, which relieves a lot of pressure from us. So like confidence, it's like it's more about like I think we're gonna feel like we can play freely. It doesn't really matter for us. Like obviously we want to win, but if we lose, like it's not like the biggest deal to us, the circumstances. So I think we're happy going in.
I like that mentality. I like what I'm hearing. Thank you very much for your time, Aoi. B-Cop, go over there and do your thing, man. Where's the love at? That's for sure. And Lacoste, you're with him as well.
Thank you very much. As first blood has been taken here by Team Spirit. They're looking to show us what love is, and they're one game away from a grand final. So, Spirit, they're looking to close it out 2-0. They don't want to give Falcons any more chances.
Absolutely not. And, you know, looking at the heroes that they picked, AUI did mention about Bristleback. This hero is insane so far at PGL Wallachia Season 1. He's sitting at 86% win rate out of 14 games. And we didn't see too much of a Bristleback early on in the tournament, and also shifting priority. He did mention the break mechanic. You also have Slardar, heavily magic damage coming out from Gyrocopter, Crystal Maiden, Spirit Vessel early on. 9 was the original Keeper of the Light mid player when nobody wanted to touch that hero. He was always, you know, him and Thompson trying new stuff out. Laurel so far doing a good job in that mid lane. 4 and 2 starts to harass Coddle even more.
Bushwhack, Stormhammer, but the Blood Grenade, that means Miposhka's dead. And we have seen a little bit of a shift when needed for this Bristleback to go off lane, but it was still the same build pretty much. They went Vanguard. That was the only difference I'd seen in that game that was yesterday.
Yeah, Vanguard, and then he disassembles it.
Yeah.
And gets his Bloodstone anyway. The spell mechanic is going to be crucial in this one. There is Inkswell from the Grimstroke, of course. Mira needs to have that gold saved up 15 minutes into the game to be able to buy that shard.
I really want that Inkswell upgrade. And
oh, collapse in bottom.
They're chasing bottom. Blood Grenade, Inkswell, and you can see they're starting to eat that quill damage. Rocket Barrage, though, not the longest cooldown, so kill the creep wave, go for it again. Just try to make this Bristle as uncomfortable as possible. And Snake King with the constant Crystal Novas, keeping them pretty low. Collapse has to be careful. He does not have any regen. Will turn his back to Skitter, but the damage in the Crystal Nova, and he just dies.
I think he might have wanted to die there because he had no mana to work with, no HP, there was no regen. It's being delivered on the courier, but yeah, doesn't mind it too much. Laurel's playing super aggressive into this mid lane, but looking at the CS, the big one is Amar. 16 and 3 against 13 on Yatoro. He's having a complete free farm in this lane, not caring too much about harassment from the Enchantress. Collapse. Again, playing super aggressive, coming back to the lane with full mana, full HP.
Gonna cut the creep wave, and we've talked about Slardar before, and I want to say I feel like we see Slardar's not struggle, but not get as much as what Amar's getting out of the lane. And you know, they go into Slithering Crush as their farming mechanic, but when you're ahead as a Slardar and you get that early Corrosive Haze, especially against Bristle, and you get Keeper of the Light with the early Spirit Vessel, you can really put pressure on pretty quickly against this Spirit lineup, and usually it's straight Vessel when you're up against this Bristle.
Most definitely. And as soon as 9 hits level 6, I want to see him make a rotation to the side lane. Maybe he can get some like haste runes and he becomes even more speedy, but we've seen a lot of TP rotations from 9. Problem with Spirit's lineup is they don't have those heroes that they can match the rotations. I'm looking at Bristleback. He's not a hero that wants to TP in and try to get stuff done. Doesn't have a stun, doesn't have, you know, much to set up with. Neither is Viper. Maybe he can be the one when they're like diving in really deep to try to grab a kill. Sven is also pretty static. So Team Spirit this time around, I think they're going to be more focused on stacking rather than taking some of these earlier fights. And speaking of stacks, Miposhka did make 2 stacks already.
Working on that, 9 making stacks for himself. They did
not block that camp.
Not keep it blocked.
Let's see if Laurel comes in. Does have 2 points in Nether Toxin. Will steal some.
He'll get this one, so he'll get a couple. 9 doing a good job of just kind of avoiding it. But Laurel goes from there and picks up a Water Rune. And he's halfway to 6, but the kill Miposhka again up top. And this is just, it shows how quickly you can kill this Enchantress, especially without that Untouchable from level 6. And Enchantress early on against the Slardar is easy to kill, and especially when you get that Corrosive Haze.
Yeah, looking at Amar's build, 2 points in Bash. Not something we see nowadays. You did mention Slithering Crush is his farming tool. Thinking about maybe getting Guardian Sprint. Maybe he wants another point in Slithering Crush. Sprint is dispellable, so if he runs in, he gets hit by Enchant. We'll lose that move speed, but we'll still get it for the chase potential.
Slithering
Good
Crush.
damage.
2 shots from a bash, and Maposhka gonna enchant a Centaur Conqueror, so have that stun, that maybe that follow-up to a Stormhammer that helps them get a kill here. But honestly, the damage output top for Team Spirit isn't exactly amazing.
Yeah, it's Enchantress who doesn't have point in Impetus, Sven with 1 point in Stormhammer. It's not enough. It's going to be more about farming, and Team Falcons, they have a very good lineup to keep the pressure on the map going. If they win their lanes, which they should, things are going to be looking really good. There's a lot of denies on Viper, who is level 6, while 9 continues to farm up the jungle and is level 6 on his own. So let's see where he makes a move.
Looked like Kato was coming towards top, but a good ward there.
Oh, Haste Rune, the one that I mentioned, but it's going to be picked up by Laurel, so he's making a move. There is an Observer Ward on the high ground, so not going to be as successful.
Yeah, Spirit, when they beat Boom, game
never mind.
had great vision, and now Mira get blown up by Skitter. The look over collapse. 9 is here. The Illuminate gets 2. And Laurel's going to be able to run because he's got this Haste Rune, but 9 making that rotation. And he'll tell him to get off his lawn, as that bottom lane is clearly an extension of it. Stormhammer onto Amar, and they've got that 4-Pine Raider to throw out a Siege shot, while they've got a Hoodwink on the side of Falcons to throw out an Acorn shot.
Keeping the planet green with all these seeds being planted. A battle for the XP rune. Snaking. Oh, he needs to be careful. There's going to be a lot of damage onto him. These neutrals.
Grabs the Wisdom rune, but now they've got Skitter coming in. Frostbite, and a kill here for Skitter. He'll get that kill and get 232 gold for it. It's a 1,000 net worth lead for the side of Falcons. Kato also sitting here bottom, looking to potentially finish off that Spirit Vessel.
It's coming out.
Yeah, he's already got it. He had it still queued up while the Courier was coming out. Re-queued to the Boots of Travel. And it's go time.
It's such a good timing on it. 7 minutes in, ready to go. Another Spirit form.
And this is, yeah, a minute and a half faster than the average. Pretty crazy for this Coddle. We've talked about how 9 he's the best,
yeah,
right?
he's the guy who invented this shit, so not really surprised that he's playing it so well.
Yeah. And net worth-wise, he is up there, and you think he's having a quick game. Another game where a Mars farm from the offlane is just taking off, which is solid for Falcons. You want to use that Corrosive Haze. You want to be able to get these kills. And Amar at level 5 has gone 1-1-3, so not that Slithering Crush build we've seen so many times.
He's more focused on the lane.
Now he gets that 6.
Kill. Yatoro.
Spirit Vessel, Bushwhack, that lands, and it's going to be a dead Yatoro. 9 will get another kill. He has been all over the map so far, despite the fact that Spirit, they've got some great vision down. They haven't been able to stop 9 from making these moves.
It's a bit of a slower lineup from Team Spirit. Aggression from Falcons.
Ooh, Bushwhack misses. And the Viper strike on a 9. He needs to run. I don't think he's going to survive this. Laurel should be able to run him down with these right clicks, and they end up getting at least 1. They'll look for a second. The bash and Corrosive Haze. They've got 2. So despite the fact that 9 dies there, they will get Laurel.
They're getting some kills, but still all 3 cores from Falcons on top of the net worth. And these are also the heroes that can easily go inside the triangle and try to steal some of the stack. We've seen Crystal Maiden being super active. Snaking's level 6, so he has Freezing Field available.
Wow. Yeah, and they've got 6 for the Hoodwink too. Both supports level 6 before
compared to level
10-minute
4.
mark.
On Spirit, they need to get those levels up.
Mask of Madness here for Slardar.
21 minutes faster.
Completely different build
than the previous record, because this is not the build anymore on Slardar.
Yeah.
Usually we see Slithering Crush, but Amar, he loves to do things differently. We asked him multiple times about his item build, how he does it, and he's like, you know, sees the items. We asked him about the itemization on Timbersaw. He's like, yeah, I played 1,500 games with Timbersaw. I just need something new. But has always massive impact. Bash of the Deep, 200 bonus damage. You get extra 30 sitting in the water.
Solarbind, Laurel, Viper Strike onto the Crystal Maiden. The Freezing Field is down. They've got Skitter coming from above. Maposhka next, the Spirit Vessel on him. Both heroes dead. Man, Falcons just outpacing Spirit.
Yeah, this is about to draft, like these first 15 minutes, how much Falcons are going to be able to achieve with the super early oriented draft. Keeper of the Light as the last pick, kind of sealing the deal. And this is what I mentioned. 9, he is trying to steal some of the stacks that they made. And that's going to be big, because Bristleback is not going to be able to recover without clearing the stacks.
Yeah, this is a Bristleback from the off lane that's trying to go first item Ags. And we usually see that item pretty quickly from these Bristlebacks because of the stacks. And, well, I mean, what, 14 minutes into the game we usually see the Ags from Bristleback?
Around 13, 14 minutes, depending how much
you're still
farm you're getting. And they did steal all of them. 9 with Arcane Rune. Chakra Magic has pretty much perma-illuminate.
This has gone so poorly for Bristle that he's even now queued up a Soul Ring, which would slow down the Ags even more. And I think with the timing coming out from Falcons,
Needs some kind of mana sustain. We've seen Bristleback pick up mana boots as their core item.
Oh, Laurel.
But now him having phase, things are falling apart for Team Spirit.
This is... 9 got destroyed last game in the mid lane. Laurel getting just bodied mid. And he's got some help from this Gyrocopter, who's not afraid to come and fight. Has the early Chrysalis going to the Ags. Like, Skitter's ready to go. He knows that he's got a lot of help. The experience difference is just such a huge gap.
Yeah. I really love the way Skitter plays certain heroes. He gets involved early on. Like right now, look at where he's farming. He still has his tower available in the bottom lane, which should be a safe spot, but he's playing on a different side of the map. And you can see 9 playing that bottom part, so he's going to be out pushing it, having Boots of Travel. So can't join. 2 big items. Blink Dagger on Slaughter, and also Keeper of the Light with Boots of Travel, so they can be pretty much anywhere on the map.
Blink Dagger for the Slaughter now. Minute and 15 seconds
They're
faster
too far,
than the average.
breaking most of the records.
Yeah. Solar Bind, Spirit Vessel, Sharpshooter off the mark. They'll bind again. They're looking to fight over mid. Yatoro comes in with a God Strength. Call down comes through, but they will lose Snake King.
That's something. They need to be able to get any kind of kill they can get until Yatoro feels fight ready. Right now continues to farm up, having Mask of Madness. Going into Echo Saber, BKB. Mars in.
Slither and Crush, Stormhammer, Skitter's here. Oh no, Yatoro, you felt good because you just killed a Crystal Maiden, but when you bully a support and the cores come to help out, you're in a lot of trouble.
They should know that there is an observer board, but seems like Falcons, they want to play around that area. They want to make sure the map is pretty small for Team Spirit, so they can't get the farm. Bristleback.
Poshka.
Stack. Uh-oh.
One shot from dead. There it goes. And we talk a lot about these early leads because the net worth number is so high at 7,000. But one of the things that I feel like kind of gets lost is the experience difference. They're 6 levels ahead. It's dropping between 5 and 6 levels ahead overall, which at this point in the game, where supports are now just getting level 6 on Spirit.
Yeah, their level 6s are not as impactful. Sure, Enchanters can be slightly tankier. Grimstroke is good with his Soulbind, but you don't have that big combo other than Viper Strike to put onto that Soulbind compared to Crystal Maiden. We've seen him use ulti, get the big kill, and then Sharpshooter. Break mechanic against both Viper and Bristle is going to be super handy. Skitter.
Viper Strike, Skitter's just in. 4 heroes here. You got away with this too many times. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of gold. A lot of gold's going there for the Sven, which is big because I was just about to mention that every core against their opposite was up 2,000 net worth.
Pretty massive difference. If Team Spirit can stabilize at steady 6k gold lead advantage for Falcons and they get to another set of items, like they need this BKB for Sven, they need him to be able to jump in. Laurel thinking about picking up Hand of Midas. XM did the same thing yesterday when he was about to recover. And it also gives you a lot of XP. We did talk about these broken 25 talents multiple times. Level 25 talent on Viper becomes universal. You want to get there as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I will say is that one death from Skitter, it's not going to hold back.
That feels bad. He was about to have his shard. Didn't lose too much of a gold. It was 14:58 when he died.
Yeah, so
Had
just
enough
under for a
gold.
second. I was going to say, you know, sometimes you have a death like that, like Skitter dies in that spot, and teams that need to play aggressive, we've seen a couple times just kind of become timid. But Falcons, they invade the enemy jungle and get another kill, so it doesn't look like that's going to be the stop point for them. Spirit have to move around the map to make sure.
Mar,
they don't.
not sure what
Genius.
happened there, but hits with the genius. I assume Collapse dodged the gank. He did tip him.
I mean, this is how you know Falcons are feeling good, right? That's how they're vibing, is the all chat starts.
Ooh, they got scouted. This is smoke gank potentially coming out from Spirit. 3-man rotation, and now the scan is going to connect. They know exactly. Skeeter, let's say if they decide to take the fight, or if he's going to TP away from the team, TP away from the enemy team, reconnect with his zone.
Gotta hit him with the genius back. But you saw the setup for where they're at. I mean, they're right near each other. He calls you a genius. Is he peeking over the monitor to just take a little look? So Crit and the rest of Falcons moving over here. Trying to spot anything they can. These heroes still smoke. Grimstroke and Enchantress. Crit now even deeper as the Acorn
He got
shot.
broken by a creep first.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
bushwhack. They've got the damage and the kill on the Collapse. And immediately, the voice lines. Crystal Maiden, though, gets spotted, and Alone will die to both supports. Impetus shots will hurt a Crystal Maiden, but Yatoro in trouble. The Solar Bind, the Spirit Vessel, the Blinding Light into the Illuminate. He's looking for the high five. Not going to oblige, and they'll get the kill. 9, Alone, taking out Yatoro.
He's not done. Ink Swell.
Yeah, all right.
Couldn't even
Illuminate.
get it off.
Getting Mira, Maposhka and Mira showing up. They've already got just so much damage coming in and so much pressure.
Now 8k gold lead for Falcons. Map is getting smaller. They desperately need to get to hit their item timings. BKB still far away for Yatoro.
Crit coming all the way down from top after they got that kill onto the Bristleback, walking his way over. And they were able to get 2 kills on that. 9. He is having quite the game, involved in 9 kills.
Going also for a different item build, straight into E-Blade. That's going to be the save.
Bash, crush,
More
bushwhack, and a sharpshooter. All to make Laurel's life difficult in killing him again. 20-5. They have silenced Spirit. They have finally got this Ags for Collapse. But it is a long time coming, and he is only 6,500 net worth. Crystal Maiden at 5K, not too far behind a Bristleback. But you can see Snake King prioritizing some of that farm over mid, taking some creeps.
Level
Pushing the
11.
wave up. Yep, almost
On-
level 2 in that freezing field.
Yeah, pretty high level. Seems like they want to go for Roche. 2 points in Corrosive Haze is going to be more than enough. They do have Sustain from Keeper of the Light if necessary. Mask of Madness. Team Spirit, they can't take this fight. They just don't have enough. And the E-Blade on Coddle, we did mention that it's a bit of a different build than one we're used to see. So, going to be a great save against Sven. Going to be great against Bristleback. We've seen Mickey yesterday when JT was diving Fountain, him buying Ghost Scepter just to survive. So that's going to be a very good defensive tool as well.
It was JT who was on that all-flame bristle too. No.
Catches him
bushwhack.
right on the end.
Breaking the untouchable and making this kill easy. Skitter with yet another. He's 6-1 and 4.
Dire are scanning.
Opposite of Kato. He's 6-1 and 4. Kato's 4-1 and 6.
Dire's middle tower is under
Now we talked about this crit hoodwink that they allowed him to play in this game, considering they have Viper, they have Bristleback. This was the first pick. It's one of his most played heroes recently, and he had so much success. Something that he does is, you see that bushwhack flying, you're like, there's no way it's going to connect, and it does.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It is every time
Are scanning.
from Hoodwink that it just feels so effective, and I just don't think you can give him this hero. It's just so much pressure. There's so many heroes in this game for Falcons alone that I think have to be banned next time. But
Yeah, just ban everything.
Just ban
the whole
everything, right?
lineup.
Next patch, you get 25 bans.
Slaughter is too massive right now. They're gonna go for Tormi. He has Gem, so gonna get rid of most of the vision. They want to keep the pressure going with this first Aegis. Even go for maybe like this final push. 2-3 more big fights near the enemy base. If they win it, Skeeter feels comfortable with the Aghanim Scepter.
Definitely does. Clears these creeps so quickly. The BKB timings are going to be quite nice. They're getting Ags next there on 9. 4-staff Aether Lens for the Crystal Maiden. And of course, when you're playing the Hoodwink, well, it's a little bit of a surprise 4-staff first, but hey, team first? This is a first for,
This is
for
something
Hoodwink.
that Crit does
Yeah.
differently compared to other Hoodwinks who are super greedy. Amar is in a good spot.
Amar, though,
Well,
he's going to be attacked here by everybody, and heals up. Illuminate, some damage. The Bushwhack that landed the break on a collapse. They'll get the kill into Amar. They'll take him out, but can they get the rest? Viper Strike, Soul Bomb,
Double
and
Viper
damage
Strike.
with the Illuminated and the call down on top of the 3 heroes. They'll take out Mira. They might lose Skitter, though. He's got an Aegis to work with. Laurel's going to fall. They look for Yatoro, who's low. 1 shot until he dies, but the E-Blade punish will get that
and they will
take
steal
out
the
a third.
gem.
Solar Bind from such a distance on a collapse. Maposhka standing here, Blinding Light bringing him close. He'll sprunk away.
Amar had a high ground. Vision wasn't the one who got the jump, but he was the one being focused, and I think he's definitely fine with that one. Can buy a little bit more time. Yule Scepter, 4-staff on him, and also some heals from Keeper of the Light. But yeah, you can see Keeper's damage. The smoke broke, and immediately popping that ink swell. They did manage to take him down. It did. Oh man, that Illuminate hit onto 4 heroes. They're fighting into Nether Toxin. If somebody wants to get close,
Oh god,
Still.
those Illuminates are just
yeah, they got
punishing.
5,000 gold in the span of a minute. Things are getting difficult and more difficult for Team Spirit with each fight. So once they pick up the BKBs, 1 is now available on Skeeter. Amar needs 600 to finish his. And there's also going to be 9 picking up Aghanim Scepter. Want to keep that tempo.
BKB picked up here for Gyrocopter a little bit quicker than normal, and also you got the Crystal Clone for Snake King. We talked about how his farm feels really good. He's now tied with Laurel. It's a great Crystal Maiden game so far. And now he's ahead. Usually a hero that feels very paper thin and fragile. But Crystal
Definitely
Maiden,
not when Snake King plays.
Yeah.
He is 1,700 HP with level 10 talent, drums, 4-staff. Pretty difficult to kill. Team Spirit, try to go for a smoke.
not finding anybody,
Dagger
though.
picked up on Yatoro. He wants to be able to lock onto a target and try to kill it off immediately. 4-staffs and Ethereal Blades are going to cause heavy issues.
Dire are scanning.
Got that E-Blade on Coddle, who's just 1,000 gold away from picking up that Ags. Now Falcons trying to make a move. They might catch vision on Maposhka. Blink, Corrosive Haze, Sharpshooter to get the break. Maposhka's dead very quickly. And it's another kill for Skitter, who's now 8-1-6. Flying through this game. It just feels so good for Falcons. A complete 180 from the last one.
Yatoro's drawing on a minimap. He wants to get out. They still haven't managed to kill a single Tier 1 tower. And this Observer Ward scouted collapse. He's in trouble. They're coming.
Yeah. The Hill Troll Berserker breaking him for a second. They've got the call down. They're going to back off for a moment while he activates that Bristleback. But they're ready to just keep eyes on him. Rod of Atos to stop that TP. They're going to keep him here for a while. He's a little bit tanky when you don't have that break. But another stun.
You found a good
now
spot.
the Sharpshooter. There's the kill. And they'll also get Mira. Amar in the bottom lane is the one who claims that. Just kept him there for what? 45 seconds? Just playing with him? Oh, you want to TP out? Rod of Atos. You could have 8 TPs. We'll let you try.
It's impossible to TP out there. He found a good spot, but yeah, now Keeper of Light, Aghanim Scepter completed. So that's going to be Will-O-Wisp, Ignis Fatus. Very good spell name, love it. Not sure what it means.
I think it's the name of the spirit of which the will-o-wisp is. Because wisps are spirits. But that's just a guess. I'm not the
Ignis Fatus is a Latin term meaning literally foolish fire.
See? You see how wrong I can be? Slither and Crush, Stormhammer, Yatoro on the run, but a bash there. Aurora Gaming, they've got the control. Bushwhack for even more. And Amar with another. 6-1-8 for himself. He's got that BKB. AC next on the list. Level 18 already, so that Corrosive Haze. 20 armor reduction.
Sven provides him with good amount of armor protection. About to be 15 once he maxes it out. But still not enough. Team Spirit always trying to recover in this game. Amar is in. Got the bash off.
Oh,
3 hits.
God. I talked about before how the net worth difference was so massive and the XP was 6 levels behind. If you look at the graph, Spirit are 20 levels behind. That is such a difference in ultimates, in ability, everything. And they've got that sharpshooter. Crit's able to do that as he's got level 2 in the sharpshooter. He's sitting level 16.
Plus 9.
41% higher in experience. Like, it is absurd right now.
Yeah, Roshan's gonna be respawning pretty soon. They're also not allowing them to get off the map. Poshka, he'll die to 1 combo from Coddle.
Oh, well, Bushwhack, Sproink, and up into that peninsula, but 9 still ready to get that. You show yourself, it's a risk. Your safest place is inside the fountain right now.
Yeah. Team Spirit are usually one of the more resilient teams when it comes down pushing their high ground and trying to break them, because a lot of the times they will have these tinies, they will have bars, so pushing the high ground is not going to be easy. Any abilities that can displace you, gotta be really good, but this time they don't have it.
Really just don't. They don't have that extra bit of potential in terms of high ground defense. And we're getting towards that point where the net worth advantage is equaling up with the amount of minutes.
Oh, this is the scary part.
Yeah, when it becomes 1,000 net worth,
it ends
up
in my
per minute.
book. The game's officially done.
Yeah. That is the time.
Don't even start. You're gonna say, oh, they picked up 4 bounty runes at the start. They got 1k gold lead 1 minute in. It's starting minute 5.
I'm not starting, I swear. Also, it was 4 bounties last game. Maposhka here, looking for a Hurricane Pike, trying to transition to that core. Oh, Sproink's away from the Wisdom Rune. Amar not sure what he wants, the kill or the Wisdom Rune. He'll go for the Wisdom Rune, and then the kill. Well, BKB, 4 staff back, sharpshooter in, he's broken, but behind that gate means some safety.
Really wanted that level 20. Onslaughter picks up the XP rune, so that's going to be even more XP going their way. At least Collapse picked up the XP rune on the enemy side of the map.
Still not helping the fact that their experience difference is spreading even further. Skitter will spot Collapse, and here comes the homing missile. Call down. And the Radavetos, the control is there. Bushwhack again. You just cannot TP away from this team. Another homing missile on a Collapse. And they'll get to the front of him. And Amar will get the kill again onto the Bristleback.
Without Bristle, they're still trying to take a fight. I'm not sure if they have that amount of damage. Good pick up. Okay.
Take it out on the Crystal Maiden. All that anger with the God Strength.
Dash it out.
Will-O-Wisp. Now in the blinding light, back into the Will-O-Wisp, trying to TP out, and will do so. And Slither and Crush not going to land on Laurel, so they get the Crystal Maiden and they leave.
Falcons will go for Roche. Roshan is on Dire side for another 40 seconds. Amar already running there. Not sure if they have enough time to kill it off immediately.
Amar, what's next on his list? AC still.
They have the bash. Let's see if they can keep him inside.
We've seen it before. Pulls him out. 15 seconds. They're gonna start trying to bash
They really
him.
want that cheese.
They've got the homing missile to keep him there. A couple more bashes. 7 seconds still. He's gonna start to leave. They can try. He's low on health. He's probably going to die before he's able to get to the Twin Gate, but he's starting to run the Rod of Atos, and now through the Twin Gate. Can he get there? Oh, and they're going to just go to bottom. They could have kept him there.
We've seen some plays where teams start Roshan and then there's another team waiting on the different side of the gates and them getting Roshan, but it is going to be...
Still got cheese.
Cheese, okay. They started it, they're going to finish it. So, good old Cheese Arena. Much better than Roshan's banner. Especially when you're like sieging the high ground, you want to have that a little bit of extra oomph. Basically your second life if you can get it off.
And Cheese NA just feels like a second life. Daedalus next here for the Gyrocopter, about to hit level 20. We'll have those extra flat cannon attacks. They've got the AC finished, and with this Aegis, it looks like, truthfully, Falcons could probably push for end. So, got this Gyrocopter on the high ground. Gotro with the God Strength Stormhammer. You gotta understand, he still has an Aegis to work with. He'll pop the BKB. They've got the Will-O-Wisp down. These BKBs are not available for the side of Team Spirit.
Amar is
taking the Will-O-Wisp, but Amar is in looking for Yatro. The Gleipnir's not gonna hit on the Sven as he's able to walk away. Soulbind comes through. The damage being done with the Impetus shots, but there's an E-Blade to keep Skitter alive. They got the kill on a collapse. It's Skitter who gets it with the flak cannon, and now
Skitter needs to use Satanic. He definitely does not want to die. If there's not going to be a creep wave, let's see. Amar is keeping the creep wave alive.
There it is.
That's why he's called Creep Wave. The team that he played for before. Boschka again. It's raining rainbows.
Double rainbows all the way, but not sure it's going to matter too much. Viper Strike, and again, this is now a dead Gyrocopter. The thing, though, is he's going to come back full health, and they do not have God Strength to go with this. Freezing Field from Snake King is a zoning mechanism, and they're going to go for this set of racks. Sharpshooter charged up. Mira going to get hit by that and Illuminate at the same time to die. They've got this glyph after losing the Tier 3 tower, but Falcons can really just stay up here and get this set of racks without fear.
So, buyback from Mira. Yatoro is not there. He does have TP available, and next God Strength in 10 seconds. That's level 3 God Strength now. Maybe they can get something out of it. We'll pick up the Shield Rune on a different side of the map.
You start to run away on the side of Falcons. They didn't get the bottom set of racks.
Crystal Maiden. Yeah, Team Spirit, as we said, super resilient. 26k gold down, but still making the plays.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Man, this is not what Spirit were expecting coming out of Game 1. To be a full 2 of their own heroes
Radiant's top tower is
in most combinations down to Falcons just 33 minutes in. Black Cannon comes out again, and they do have God Strength this time. They might be able to blow up Skitter if he's not too careful. Stormhammer, they'll go for Amar instead. They've got themselves the E-Blade, so he's not going to get hit up too hard. Bushwhack on it through with a Will-O-Wisp there, too. Maposhka ends up dead. The BKB's going to run out in a moment on Yatro. They get the kill there. Skitter's got the damage. They'll look for more of the call down. They've got the Phantom's Embrace from this Grimstroke, but it's not really doing anything for them. Laurel, Mira, they both fall. Impetus shots with the Hurricane Pike once again. The Rainbows will fly forward, but he'll eat the cheese. He'll get back up to full health. They'll take out Collapse. 4 heroes dead on the side of Spirit. This is 39-7 in absolute shellacking.
Oh, they're still not calling it, even though they don't have any buybacks. Maybe
There's
they
the full
think there's
team wipe.
another fight, but
Buyback, Yatoro trying another E-Blade save.
If he
Blinding
buys
light,
that game.
He's got Will-O-Wisp holding him to sleep, and they'll put him in the grave once more. That buyback symbol never even leaving his icon.
Yeah, he's dead for a minute and a half. They should have enough to close out this game. They don't have like the most tower damage, but they do have 5 heroes available. They do have sustain, so yeah, Team Spirit getting overran.
Thank you for the white noise. As, also, they use the Gaimin Gladiators voice lines, maybe a symbolic GG.
Oh yeah, so that's gonna be mega creeps. 50 seconds without Yatoro. Man, this Crystal Maiden is giga farmed.
Yeah.
And look at his cast range, having Psychic Headband, having Ethereal Blade.
Team Spirit still not tapping out just yet. But when you don't tap and the chokehold is tight, they'll put you to sleep manually. They've got the break. They blink in with the slithering crush. They look over for Collapse, who will pop the Bloodstone, get back to a third of health. Amar getting chased and getting killed. So they'll take him out, but now the Will-O-Wisp keeps this Bristle to sleep. The Crystal Nova, the Frostbite damage, all enough to get the Bristle back. The Illuminate flying onto Mira. They're still losing this tier 4, albeit pretty slowly, as it feels as though Falcons are playing with their food a little bit.
Yeah, Yatoro and 9 is godlike.
Mira laughing at that point. You know, you can at least see that it's not despair. They know this isn't the end of the line. They've got a third game coming up, and they're still going to look to hold. Godstrength, BKB from Skitter. They're going to focus their attention to get into the Crystal Maiden, still get that kill on a Snake King. Laurel gets credit for that one. Rocket Barrage, the creeps are in, the throne will be taken, and we're going to a game 3 as Falcons take game 2.
As we
In my opinion, I'm feeling very comfortable. Yes.
I like it. He's feeling comfortable. He's feeling confident. I want to ask one little thing as well. Mira was in there with Amar doing a bit of all chat. If you guys win this, who else on Spirit is more likely to all chat as well and show them?
I don't know. He's like making fun. He's not meaning. I didn't see what he did right.
You don't care. We'll see what happens. But we do care about the game. So the cost, BKB, go to you.
Thank you very much as we're getting into this third and final game here. If you had to choose a hero for your final game, elimination, top 3, chance at the grand finals, would you choose one with 35% win rate?
Probably not, but teams are very stubborn when it comes down to certain picks. Pango has been, you know, first phase for literally 2 years now, maybe even more. This hero is just insane. His toolkit. Falcons, they have a draft that comes online relatively quickly. You have this Pango with the Fusel Blade. I want to see the top lane. This is where I want to keep an eye on, because you're going to be playing melee hero, collapse on Slaughter into Luna and Venomancer. It's going to be a lot of slow, a lot of damage, poke damage. Once you hit level 3, there's going to be 2 points in Lunar Blessing. That's 9 extra damage for Venomancer. So snaking, playing some of these, I would say, weirder position 5. Some of the other teams that they don't want to touch, but Venomancer, definitely strong. And also Vision game is going to be through the roof, having Lunar Blessing, Night Vision, and also Venomancer. Very difficult to approach some of these fights when you have Venom wards all around.
Yeah, definitely difficult to approach when you'll have that extra vision. Mid pretty much seems like a right-click and heal.
I'm wondering
CS.
which hero this is in the bottom lane.
Let's see. Which one are you talking about?
The one that it's kind of hard to recognize which hero it is.
The Crystal Maiden?
Yeah.
The potential looks like a Death Prophet spirit.
Yeah.
Just floating around.
It's a cool looking set though. It looks nice. Now with the aura around her, it makes it a lot easier to scout things out.
Yeah, cool set there. Very Elden Ring, I would say, that set. But one of the best sets we've seen recently, in my opinion. Mid, taking a look, DK against Pango really should just be a quiet, everybody farms kind of lane, which is surprising considering the first 2 matchups.
Yeah, everybody farms, but the guy that farms the most is going to be Dragonite in this one, playing in the Pango. You don't care too much about his harassment. There is just not enough damage to be killed. Early on, you need some kind of rotation, so Laurel should feel pretty comfortable playing into that one.
Yeah, he's 12-3 so far to the 9-1 of 9. So just CS in as best he can, and another Slardar, another lane that looks like it's going well for him. 9-5.
Slaughter does get a lot from the lanes that he's not supposed to get from. This hero right now feels really good. Oh, Crystal Maiden.
Oh, yeah, there goes that spirit dead.
Goes down.
Mapushka gone to crit, and that's first blood for Falcons. And this is definitely a lane that can put the hurt on. Bushwhack, Hoof Stomp, actually going into the 1-1-1 build here for Amar.
Amar,
seen a lot of early double-edge build-ups.
When he plays Centaur, he tends to build it slightly different. He's more focused on his own farm, picking up Retaliate early on and going straight into he knows that the matchup is going to be very difficult for him. The longer he stays in the lane, Yatoro multiple points in Ghoul Frenzy, so he can die, so he's prepping for the jungle.
Okay, so that's the difference here, and we saw even the difference on Slardar. Like, he has different builds, different ideas, and different ideas aren't always wrong. He's been super successful with his own focus, and almost sitting level 4. We'll see what he takes that second point in coming forward, but he is going into the Blade Mail early. That's one thing that'll help you farm the jungle as well. Back up, activate that, especially on stacks.
Looking
if
at
they do end up getting made.
Pango, a lot of his creeps are getting denied.
Yeah, 21-7 here for Laurel. As you've got 9 looking into Arcane Boots, Diffusal Wand.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. We don't. If we somehow change the Diffusal Blade, if it gets reworked or something, Pango's dead as a hero, most definitely, because he relies so much. Even the offlane Pangos are building into the Diffusal Blade. That's a part of his toolkit. But one of the most fun heroes to play.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people probably have seen this hero in every single game. It's just the concept of the hero is so good. It's one of the best heroes ever made in Dota, I would even say.
Definitely an exciting one for sure. It seems like it's been kind of having that MOUZ treatment where it's been in the meta since its inception.
Yeah, MOUZ as well. These newer heroes, they just have like all this new tech, new abilities that they're so well made.
Yeah.
Everything synergizes nicely.
I mean, it's always, especially now, Hoodwink's also one of those newer heroes that's in the meta. It's these new mechanics, these new heroes that feel really, really quite strong and still figuring out ways to maybe even pull them from the meta. But bottom lane, Amar getting chased. A lot of damage there, and he went level 2 into the Retaliate, but Yatoro with the Rage was ready to go. Only level 1 for him on that, but he put the pressure on for a second. Nightmare. Lucent Beam. Collapse wants to come in with a Slithering Crush and a Bash ready to go. It's level 2 into the Bash in the deep. They try to get this kill on the Snake King and succeed.
Crit making a
around.
move.
Crit coming in. Bushwhack on a 2. The Swashbuckle from 9. Collapse drops and Mira will follow him. Double kill here for 9. And this is something he did well in game number 1. It was not until he made level 6 that it happened with Kato, but here at level 5,
yeah, you
topping
don't expect this type of rotation to happen. You're also playing against Dragonite, who can easily take off your tower, and Amar does have TP available. A lot of slow coming on to him. That's why he's prepping. As we said, Retaliate is going to be his big spell to come back into the game, and going into Blade Mail immediately. Still sitting on top of CS. Laurel now putting the pressure onto the tower. Mira did make a move.
Mira's here. Snake King, though, also approaching, and it's going to be a Shield Rune bottom for Laurel. Taking a look at the Slardar, too, there's a different build, at least, you know, the 1 point so far, not the Guardian Sprint. It's 0-2-2 for Collapse. So also going into that Bash, not really avoiding taking that Slithering Crush, which we've talked about is really the farming tool here for Slardars. And he's had a pretty quiet lane, but he's only 23-9.
Not an easy lane for him. There's a lot of right-click damage playing into Venomancer. Gale, it did not hit, so Snake is now going to be in trouble.
That Bash half health on Snake King, and he knows he's dead. Man, that hit hard.
Observer reward, scouting rotation from 9. They did place it after successful rotation from 9, getting 2 kills. Definitely needed. Laurel with the first Dragon form did almost kill off the tower, so let's see Miposhka. He's still going to stick around.
Now TPing over mid, but this is more so for a bottle refill.
Yeah, they're not killing Dragonite unless they bring 3 heroes. Centaur, Stampede available. Baiting out that Rage.
It's the Rage. Miposhka's here. Frostbite, even on the Stampede. So Amar, now he's going to be under the tower. Bane coming over, crit into the face of Yatoro. They go to the Bushwhack, but Crit needs to be careful.
Look at Skeeter. He's
trying to get
the gate.
through, and now Skitter's here. They get the kill into Amar? No, he's able to survive Skitter in front of Mira. They'll take out Miposhka. They'll trade Crit, a 1-for-1, and now Snake King's also down bottom. Venomous Gale into Yatoro.
Love these moves from
Nothing more.
Skeeter. He's the one who gets through the Twin Gates. He has a really good read what's happening.
Nine's here. Rolling Thunder, Snake King under the tower. He's going to die. Nine trying to have a good turn radius to hit on Yatoro, but uses the swashbuckler, shutting down that Rolling Thunder early. But it makes him vulnerable to Collapse coming bot, who finds that bash, has the Slithering Crush and the damage with the help of Laurel.
Oh, you love this. Level 5 heroes rotating. Skeeter, level 5. Then you have Slardar, who was also level 5. He TPs in, needs a little bit of extra help. He needs to provide that help for his team. Skeeter now back to the top lane. Involved in 3 kills. Lunar Blessing is now global. That's going to help them get quite a lot of farm, especially for Hoodwink, who is really struggling.
Is under attack.
We've seen Hoodwinks pop off, you know, getting those early CS, getting a lot of early kills. Collapse. No TP available on him.
Snaking wants to play around here, and he's the perfect bait because they'll kill Collapse. It's just a matter of who or whom.
Snaking gets the last hit, even though there were 3 other heroes around, making sure that Slardar with 1 HP doesn't run away.
Just in case. And he knows that 1 bash brings him down to half health. How can you deny going after that? Well, he went for it, and then he died for it. Amar with the Blade Mail, Hoof Stomp.
Like
he'll walk away. Top lane, though.
Trouble
Push
again,
back.
but the rest of the team ready to help him out.
Yeah. Falcons moving well together.
Snaking having a really good read where these observer wards are. Now, Snake King with 2 points in Plague Wards. He's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the map, stack some jungle, and also get the farm. He really loves to farm up when things are slowing down. One of the greedier 5s out there, most definitely, when it's the game for it.
Right. And now Arcane Boots here for the Hoodwink. Not doing too terribly. Trying to get that sentry out because they're trying to get that Obs and Will. No deny coming through from Crit. Nine's here. He's 4th in the net worth. Top of the net worth is Laurel, who's going into the Blink Dagger. That's to get that Blink Dragon Tail, have that control, and hope for the follow-up to come for the rest of his team. He had a really good mid lane, and 10 minutes in, he's happy with his progress. But Luna, we've seen at times struggle and come back, but it's definitely scarier when Luna comes out of the lane successful and then goes into the jungle to farm.
Yeah, also when you have heroes who can keep them busy, you have a little bit of protection with Stampede if they initiate on you. Laurel clearing some big stacks here on top of the net worth already.
Yeah, no stacks in the triangle for Falcons, no stacks on that outer ring Ancients camp either. So Skitter, he's top, but there's not like that big chunk of stacks to take.
All Observer Ward scouting them out. They know this move's coming. Pretty cool spot, and it's going to be pinged out by Crit. He doesn't have a sentry, but he pinged out the Observer Ward right on the spot where it is.
Yeah, that's that Miposhka ward we've seen plenty of times before that has helped Spirit win games and just be in complete vision control. Snake King, Venomous Gale off the mark again, and he is dead to Laurel.
Best hero to sacrifice. He's sitting in the mid lane, canceling some Blink Daggers, waiting until everybody else is ready. They want to have Diffusal Blade on Pango, Blink Dagger on Centaur. Amar continues to farm up. After finishing off Blade Mail as his first item pre-boots, now went back to Double Bracer, so we'll have extra tankiness and extra regeneration.
So ward times out. Miposhka level 6. Not bad timings at this point, and let's see. It looks like they're going to make a move on Falcons with this smoke. Got Snake King and Nine together, but Bane off to the side. Now Crit smokes. They've got an amplified damage. Ready to go, and Falcons, can they find anybody? Amar is looking to farm up and get into that Blink Dagger. He doesn't quite have it yet. Bushwhack on the edge. They'll get Miposhka. Carl blinks away and doesn't want anything to do with that. As the side of Falcons, things getting a little bit quieter, I would say, after that big fight over bottom. Just looking to farm.
Yatoro, not the easiest target to kill. Does have Infest, does have Rage, and we'll use that Infest. Run away. Too speedy, 425. Move speed. Skeeter even coming to the bottom lane. They want to make sure that they have the numbers to kill off this tier 1 tower.
Smoke broke him. Blink Dragon Tail on to 9. Fiend's Grip follow-up. They've got the Centaur that's infested here for another stun, just in case. Atro gets the kill into the Pangolier as they start to clean up the creep wave over bottom, and Falcons start to back off. It's Snake King who's sitting mid, just trying to get some farm, pressure the tower. He's level 6. He's got that ult ready to go. The Noxious Plague.
It's going to be more about the farm for Falcons. Once they pick up Blink Dagger on Centaur, that's going to be their next move with this smoke. They managed to kill position 5 only.
Right.
So continue to farm up. Wait until your Luna is fight ready. She usually want to join when she has Manta style plus BKB, sometimes even Shard. It really depends on the matchup.
Another deep Miposhka ward that spots 9 up in the top lane, but the scan from the Dire hits, so he's aware of that, and maybe we'll start to figure out that that ward is there. So he's a really interesting thing to pay attention to with Miposhka in the game, where these wards end up and how long they're staying up for.
Yeah, he's really on the next level when it comes down to placing observer wards, always finding new spots, protecting his own wards. Every single time you make a move, this guy will find something that allows you to get a kill.
So Nine and Snake King, they'll go down towards bot.
They have the haste rune this time, so should be better for 9. I want to see some protection, some Force Staff potentially to push people out of trouble, some mech. Hoodwink, we know that this hero doesn't build for the team
No,
most of the
not
time,
really.
even though we've seen Crit going for Force Staff last time he played it.
Snake King's the one going for Guardian Greaves.
Yeah.
And
About tanking up as much as you can, providing your team with armor.
Radiant's middle tower
3-man smoke with this Blink Dagger picked up by Amar. There's a bounty rune to pick up and a Crystal Maiden to kill if they could get there before the TP, but unfortunately they don't make the timing.
As soon
Now
as night
Skitter's
falls,
mid, and this is
Skitter.
a problem.
he will come to the mid lane.
Team Spirit looking to go in with Blink Dragon Tail. That's exactly what they've got.
Double
Blink Slayer
Blink.
and Crush. They'll go with the Freezing Field. Skitter, though, leaving with the Stampede help. TP attempt.
Catapult from a distance. That would be funny if he managed to get the kill with 40 damage catapult, but 2 Blink Daggers now with the Infest Bomb pre-Radiance. Radiance is flying out on the courier right now. So things are looking good for Spirit. Like, they need to be able to equalize the farm that they're getting from Falcons. Falcons, they have this like 1 Giga core, which is Luna. We've seen Lunas be very resilient yesterday when Team Liquid were playing some like 60+ minute game where Luna can still deal the damage even though she was still being the only core in the team. There was Konka, not sure who was playing the mid lane, but yeah, most of the damage was coming out from Luna. I think that they had Pango, yeah. So pretty similar.
If you're talking about a loss, it's
Yes.
most likely a Pango in that game with a 35% win rate. 9 seeing the stacks, Mira walking over, long TP. Oh, Fiend's Grip is in time, and they are going to get another kill on a 9. That is a very long TP, and unfortunate there for the Pangolier. It's at that point that you were talking about where Luna gets the Conda, has himself at level 20, 25-ish. You can really start to feel, especially you saw Mickey, despite it being in a loss, picked up the Divine Rapier, started outputting so much damage.
Look at what Miposhka is doing. He's waiting to see some attack flying out to the observer ward so he can deny it, and he's going to deny it right now, making sure that they don't get the gold.
They find Mira.
They smoked underneath the obs.
And Blink Hoof Stomp, Sharpshooter. They get the kill there onto Mira. Crit. Building into that Gleipnir.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is under attack.
they are looking bottom for Team Spirit.
Smoke got scouted. They're getting ready for this. They know exactly where Team Spirit wants to strike.
Can they react if the Blinks come in? Blink, Dragon Tail, Blink, Bash, Eclipse, the damage, the Freezing Field. Collapse, though, on the back line. He's trying to fight against the Mar. They've got the Noxious Plague. They get the
Bushwhack.
Collapse. They'll take out Laurel. Miposhka next on the list. Even in the Freezing Field, they get 3. They'll trade 9 for it. So
9 did get sacrificed a couple of times for that. That Observer Ward near the tier 1 tower in the mid lane is scouting all of these moves, and they knew exactly how the fight's gonna be played out. Amar immediately stuns Dragon Knight. Eclipse damage shared between multiple heroes. Manta style done, and Crit just got the bushwhack off, stopping that TP. So very good trade for Falcons.
Yeah, really good trade. Their Pengo, though, bottom of the net worth in terms of cores, not terrible by any means because he's right there with the Slardar. As 9,
is under attack.
he's got this Diffusal, so there are moves to be had, for sure. That inhibit feels so strong. I'm waiting for it to be changed. Diffusal,
The slow or the item?
both. The inhibit, everything.
Yeah,
just-
mana
it
burn
feels-
has always been strong.
Yeah.
That's why we got rid of Medusa, stealing mana. Next Assassin, of course, but Diffusal Blade.
Too.
Laurel, they want to jump him. They want to be able to break him. Crit is in.
Yeah, Bushwhack, Rolling Thunder. They'll go for the Bane on the back line, but the Blink Slither and Crush with the Infest popping. Now they're going after Skitter, but he's so far standing his ground. He's happy with this. Stampede to the back line, and now Amar gets Laurel. They'll end up killing off Mira. They look over at Collapse. He's in the trees and Bushwhacked. Collapse going to look to maybe trade on Crit, but he doesn't have the damage.
Oh, they're using this Observer Ward. They're providing him way too much vision, and also having night vision from Luna, Venomancer, so now they're taking the fights. And going inside the enemy triangle will steal some of the creeps. That's why Venomancer is such a good position 5 hero, because he can control certain areas of the map. Unless you have a smoke, unless you have Mirana on your team, you can't use that Moonlight Shadow to try to sneak a gank, so very difficult. And he's not too afraid to die. If there's a smoke gank, snaking as a position 5, he'll gladly take the gank.
Here you're setting up bottom. Could they
Setting
look
up
at Roche for this early?
For Roche, potentially, yeah, there is no Rolling Thunder for 25, but they definitely do have damage if they group up with Luna. Also, we didn't mention that Skeeter's going for a bit of a different item build. No Mask of Madness, playing into Slaughter, Dragon Knight, and Lifestealer. These are all heroes that deal a heavy amount of physical damage, so he's skipping it, going for Dragonlance instead, which he's going to turn into Hurricane Pike, push Lifestealer away, has some extra save for himself. And now Roche on time. Amar will scout things out, does have Invis.
Has that Invis, has an Obs right under his feet as well. That one placed recently, so it's going to spot Yatoro coming over. And they might just bail from Roche and go for Yatoro if he's not too careful. He's sitting inside the creep wave. They do exactly that. They bail on Roche.
Let's
They
see
start
how
the Rolling
quick he is.
Thunder, and there's the Rolling Thunder hitting into the Bushwhack with the hoof stomp. It'll infest into a creep, but can they continue to get the damage out of the Lifestealer before the rest of the team shows up? They're not showing up. They're leaving him to die. 50 seconds without a Lifestealer and back in a Roche if they want to.
Definitely Roche time for Falcons. Status resistance from Sanj making a little bit of difference, so they needed to execute. SNY now completed, but this should be the Roche, and you want to have that advantage. Luna want to keep the pressure. Also with the Shard, makes things a lot more difficult to focus her down if she can get it off.
So Aegis at 21 minutes is going to go into the hands of Falcons. They have plenty of options. There's a Wisdom Rune and a Tormentor available for them on their side of the map. Looks like Spirit are going to do theirs and grab their Wisdom Rune while that's going on too. So they've got the Corrosive Haze. They have ways to just kill off this Tormentor pretty quickly. They may lose Mira for it, but the Shard goes to Laurel.
There was one picked up on Crystal Maiden earlier, so not too bad of a Shard. Fireball, we've seen that Shard being picked up like 2 years ago as a must-have item on a Dragon Knight, but now opting to go for different items, BKB, Manta style. Falcons, this tier 2 tower is not going to be defended.
Leaving it to die. And yeah, the other choice on that Shard from the Tormentor was Mira, who would have loved it to start picking up some more farm.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a big difference in terms of scaling between two supports. Bane, if he doesn't have Philosopher's Stone, if he doesn't have that Shard, especially played from position 4, you are not going to get the farm compared to Venomancer. Snaking, he's really enjoying himself right now.
Yeah.
They're going for the high ground even. No, Manta style. Pops the Shard.
So 4,000 net worth lead here. Antero, Rage, TP. All right. The net worth lead is starting to slim a little bit, despite Falcons having this advantage, but Mira, Nightmare, Sharpshooter, Blink, Hoof Stomp, that'll line up the Nightmare, line up the Bane for the Sharpshooter kill. So, easy kill there onto the Bane, who we've talked about not really scaling, behind on the supports by a lot.
Is so annoying. He's cutting them out.
So frustrating. Blink, though, gets a moment to go in, and
A kill is a kill.
Yeah, they'll
This
take
is going to
this.
be their big combo throughout the whole game. Either playing inside Slardar or inside Dragonite with the Infest Bomb, getting out and trying to blow up the hero instantly.
Skitter, BKB, he's got 4,600 gold saved up, and he's just going to buy it out in full. I think giving it some thought and whether or not he wanted to commit to it, but buys it out, has that BKB. They've hit that timing. They have that with the Blink Hoof Stomp. By the way, you've also got a Mar who's buying out on his Shard. These heroes not afraid to buy their own shards, not requiring the Tormentor to get these next few items, but they are also pinging it out because Shard on Hoodwink, get yourself a Hunter's Boomerang. That'd be nice. Or even Pango with the roll-up. Also, latent toxicity is not terrible.
Yeah. A bit of an underrated shard, I would say. 1.6 seconds stun duration.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's going to be
And
between-
of course, more overtime damage, because that's what Venomancer is all about.
toxicity, the dots. Yatoro taking his own stacks inside the dire triangle. He's trying to find any spot he can to farm, and that will put him in a riskier positions across the river on the dire side. And it's that time of the game where I think if you don't kill Luna, the damage output is going to get so much higher because that Conda gets finished.
Conda,
And then you're
level
kinda
20.
fucked.
Yeah. And also the scaling. Hoodwink is starting to scale. Maelstrom now completed. Has Lunar Blessing when he's playing near Luna or during the nighttime, so we'll have extra 20 damage, which is quite a lot when you count in all the Acorn shots, these 5 bounces.
Minute 15 on the Aegis. There's nobody coming to fight here. They're keeping the net worth pretty stable, though.
Radiant's middle tower
This is not bad from Spirit. Like, usually you have this Aegis, you farm most of the map. The spots and where they're farming is across the river. It feels like Spirit's map is shrunk. But at the same time, like we've said, they're finding places to get farm.
Yeah, map is really big. And in the last couple of minutes, they managed to stabilize. 2 BKBs about to be completed. 1 on Slardar. Dragonite also getting close to his. So, with the BKBs up, this is basically 5 BKBs. Rage into BKB into another Rage. So, overtime damage from Radiance. One of the reasons why he's going for it, they don't have any abilities that go through debuff immunity.
Arl.
They do have Basher, though, so that's something. 9 did change his mind. He was, after seeing Lifestealer TPing in front of him, decided to pick it up. Aegis is about to expire.
Yeah, only 12 seconds left on that. Skitter, he's doing the same thing that Yatoro's doing. If, you know, he's going to find himself stacking and getting the Triangle Ancient Camp and all these camps over here on the Dire side. He'll take it from the Radiant. Now this Aegis will expire.
Yeah, I want to see Spirit push out the waves and go for something, because right now with 3 9-second BKBs, you're going to be fight ready. Definitely changes things a lot. There is smoke available on Miposhka.
Arlo just throwing a fireball down mid. They're just trying to keep these creep waves pushed out.
Yeah, that's
Also,
the problem we have.
sack clap spot.
Luna sending out illusions constantly. Venomancer sitting, planting down of his wards in the top lane, in the mid lane, so those 2 lanes are not getting pushed out.
So sneaking. That's a smoke coming into his inventory. He's looking for Staff Lotus after picking up these Guardian Greaves. He is more farmed than this Hoodwink, who's got this Maelstrom, and I believe, yep, the Gleipnir is completed. So they'll infest, they'll smoke. Team Spirit looking for their opportunity to make a jump.
Spirit,
But
they don't have much time. If this lane, top lane, doesn't get pushed out, they will know something's cooking.
top tower.
Because they're not showing in any lanes right now. Luna is sieging your tier 3 tower,
yeah,
so they're gonna position themselves. They'd use the scan.
one of the tough things here too for Spirit is they do rely a lot on Miposhka's vision, which he's able to get when they're ahead. but when they've been sitting on the back ends of the map on their side, Miposhka's not really able to give them that information. He's had some cheeky wards that have really put the info out there, and unfortunately for the side of Spirit, they just can't rely on that right now, so they're kind of going in blind while they sit under this ward that'll finally get dewarded. Miposhka getting credit for that, and another ward placed in an interesting spot to try and catch just a glimpse of Team Spirit placed there by Falcons.
Things did slow down. Team Spirit, they have not been outside of the base, and they also have Basher and Pango, so if they try to go for this
Jump, Dragon
split push
Tail.
game, they might be caught.
Get the kill on a Snake King again.
Immediately knowing where the Observer ward is. With a bait action there from Venomancer to scout things out. They do have Gem that has been purchased early on by Snaking. Amar needs to play in that area to be able to get the D ward. And also this one is scouting Skeeter.
Tormentor available. We can grab this shard. Crit trying to soak some of the damage, but it is dangerous for a squirrel to eat that, and that's going to be latent toxicity unlocked here for Snake King. So that Dispel stun duration,
Middle tower is under attack.
1.6 seconds. That damage over time, just an extra bit of layering there from the Venomancer that's going to make it tough for Team Spirit. And they keep moving around the map. They keep looking to find something. And with them moving around the map, they've got this vision out there again.
Haven't seen a fight in a really long time. Everybody continues to farm up. Seems like Team Spirit still need to find a fight with 3 BKBs online.
Scanning.
And they were looking now because they're considering that Roche is going to be
Oh,
up
he just
soon.
blinked.
A minute 30 till they have
No
this
blink
Roche.
dagger on Laurel, but there's also collapse. If they get the jump, he's definitely dead from 100 to 0.
Amar, he's tanky. He's got the rest of the team not too far behind. Collapse just spotted in this creep wave. Immediately a smoke coming out from Falcons looking for their opportunity to jump. Blink away from Laurel, but not too far away. He's infested right now, so he does have Yatoro inside. That courier coming all the way through. Crit's going to see this courier and
Dire are scanning.
wasn't able to follow it initially to see where they were at.
Through the
But
gates,
through the
Roshan.
gates one more time, and now Spirit, they're away from Falcons
So
and all
we're
the way
gonna
bottom.
see Falcons go through the twin gates? Or are they gonna be too afraid? Venomancer, Plague Ward. Wish you could use Plague Ward through the twin gates. Send him out.
Just, yeah.
If they want to contest this Roche, and it's gonna be really important that they do, Team Spirit, they will need to go and TP to the bottom lane. They have only Outpost available.
Their top can put some damage onto the tier 3 tower, forcing Spirit away from Roche. It's not up for another 10 seconds, but this moves them away. Blink, Dragon Tail, losing Beam. They've got the damage to kill off Snake King once again.
Not committing too hard. BKBs are still up for them. Snaking, buyback available if he wants to use it. And a TP to an Outpost. But the game did slow down. We did not have
Heavily.
a huge team fight for the last 10, maybe even 15 minutes.
And Spirit were slowing down the game because they were behind, but it almost feels like it's benefiting Falcons more to have this Luna just jumping the net worth.
Amplified damage, Nemesis Curse, level 20 with Kanda. 2 Moonglaves fired on Lucent Beam talent. It is a lot of damage, but if they focus down Luna, their damage output is not going to be that great.
So, again, towards Roche. Roshan is up. Aegis and Banner ready to be taken. Rolling Thunder, amplified damage is going to be popped. The look over at Laurel. They've got themselves the Bushwhack. It comes out of the Elder Dragon form. There's the Sharpshooter, the kill. Blink out of the back line. Slithering Crush with the Infest popping. They get the kill on a crit. The look over at Amar's
Look
going to
at
pop that
damage
blade nail.
here.
There's the Eclipse. They got the kill on a collapse. They're going to look over at Amar. Yatoro trying to do all he can with the BKB being popped here, but they've got Snaking. They've got 9. Yatoro in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have an Infest. Doesn't have a way out. He's got Rage in a second, but he'll still die. Triple kill for Skitter. And Falcons take another big fight.
This is going to be like 8,000 to 10,000 damage coming out from Luna. And yeah, closer to 10,000 with amplified damage. Holding the amplified damage in the bottle and then releasing. That was pretty insane. Didn't even commit that hard. But yeah, this is the huge issue if they are the ones getting the first jump. Nightmare save. A bit too far away. Didn't come on time. Mira, you can see the damage has already been done. Sharpshooter broken. No armor.
Just killing off that Dragonite so fast.
Look at
Have
how
the Elder Dragon
quickly
full.
Mira dies. That's one beam, 2 hits.
Yeah. Fiend's Grip was okay for a second on Amar, but they just needed more than that. He has no protection. And it goes back to not getting that initial shard on the Bane, right? He doesn't go more into the Brain Sap. He doesn't get that farm. Maybe at that point he's got an Aether Lens. But that's all what ifs. He has to be closer to Amar in that situation, whereas maybe an Aether Lens puts him in the trees and he's able to survive there.
They definitely need Laurel to be able to sustain in a fight, deal the damage, get multiple round of stuns on that Luna, who's now again holding the Aegis. Going into Satanic next, which was going to provide him with more survivability. More items, more Force Staffs. All these defensive tools. Lotus Orb that has been completed some time ago on Amar.
We are taking a lot of damage from the Tormy. And now finally he gets that shard. But 34 minutes to get that shard, and the last one, the opportunity was about 22 minutes. So that's a lot of time not farming with that AoE Brain Sap. Psychic Headband, though, that's going to be a little bit more cast range in the plus 100.
Still
And
going to be...
Bane switching to Ags once he got that.
Yeah, wants to be the one who can control the fight so that he can actually get the Fiend's Grip off in a fight. There's so many mini stunts, some like random bash, Pangolier Rolling Thunder, Stampede to get on top of him, find where Bane is, Lucent Beam. Too many ways of stopping Fiend's Grip from going off.
Yeah, definitely so. Yatoro still working on this Ags.
Big item.
He's 1,000 gold away from it. He wanted it desperately to stop the Luna and have also a shorter cooldown, more ways to kind of stay alive a little bit longer. But not getting to that Ags, and now this Wisdom Rune is going to be stolen by Skitter. With that Wisdom Rune, he finds himself at level 23, getting closer and closer to 25. So Collapse. He's also 200 gold away from his own Ags. We'll see if the puddles that turn into pools are going to be much of a difference. Sneaking, collecting the Lotus Petals. Maybe a block of cheese in our future.
Prepping for it. Nothing's going on. There are no fights.
They find
Speaking of
themselves
no
collapse.
fights, this is
He
gonna
was
be
trying to get the Ags,
Another
but
big one.
now that's slowed down. He had 1,300, almost 1,400 gold. It goes down to 1,000. He's dead for 60 seconds.
It's time to siege the high ground now.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. You lost Slardar, so they got to check if he has buyback available.
Satanic for Skitter. So killing him, you're going to have to try and do it twice, right? Because you'll get the Aegis chance, and then you've got the Satanic, and you'll be back up to full health in a heartbeat with this Luna. So killing Luna twice, basically, is going to be very difficult. They've got the Bushwhack. It lands onto the Crystal Maiden in the Nightmare, saved for a second by Makoshka. But the Crystal Clone gets the Frostbite onto two very tanky heroes.
9. Look at his positioning. He's inside the trees. Does not want to be the one jumping first unless he finds the opportunity. Same
Amar
goes for Amar.
puts that Creep Wave banner down on the high ground.
10 seconds without collapse. Your barracks are exposed, and that's the last glyph. Yatoro, he's on a different side of the map. Does have Aghanim Scepter now completed.
He's TPing back right as Collapse comes back alive. They've got the Infest upgrade with that Ag, so they're going to have to try and make a move. But there's still a minute left on this Aegis. Going for Skitter, maybe ill-advised. You want to time out this Aegis. It's got another 50 seconds, but how quickly can they push? They've got this Roche's banner down,
Which is
they
pushing
have
the
the
mid lane.
ways to push the mid lane and get this next tower.
Yeah, Force Staff needs to come in. If Skitter wants to siege the high ground, there's going to be Dragon Tail stun into Slardar stun, or the other way around to try to burst him down. 35 seconds. They have no glyph. If you lose a tower, those bounces, those Venomancer snakes, are going to be canceling the Blink Dagger, so you need to make a move. Try to get the jump going.
20 seconds. Spirit. Very tense. So they are 18,000 net worth behind, and on the brink of elimination and just a third-place finish for them at this event. There's that Aegis expiring. And I say just the third-place finish, but I mean, you know, it would just be third. They definitely are always yearning for more. So, Ags for Laurel being built. They're still smoking, they're still searching, but they aren't getting anything. Falcons, they fell back, and they fell back all the way.
Waiting for tier 4 neutral items to see what they're gonna find. Rattle Cage, so that's a lot of extra armor. Makes Luna super survivable. And about to crack level 25. We've seen Luna's pick both of them, kinda. Eclipse mini stun is nice, but so is plus 40 damage with level 25 Talentonio and 20 for the team.
So, Falcons again, maybe looking for the right moment to jump in. A couple of Ags picked up by Team Spirit. They really wanted to go Ags, Ags, Ags on all their cores, and they are 500 gold away from getting it on the Dragon Knight. Mindbreaker there for 9, Ascetics Cap for the Centaur, and a Telescope for the Crystal Maiden, as neutrals start to get picked up across the board. Yules for Collapse, and that's what we've seen a couple times. You get that Blink Southern Crush in, maybe you Wind Waker out, but it's just
Still
Yules
far
being
away from it. Nah, it doesn't even, like, the component that he does have is Windlace.
Oh, okay.
For now, he needs one big fight.
So he's close.
Yeah, they continue to farm up. Map is getting smaller. This is some Tundra tactics. You know,
Certainly is.
it really is. It's Skeeter. It is 9. And Snay playing together. They know how to choke you out on the map. The slow siege, the painful. You're stuck in the base, getting out farmed constantly, losing with each minute.
For a long time, Spirit were keeping the net worth close in situations like this, but at this point, they've just lost too much of the map. It's impossible for them to really get out and stop this net worth lead from growing for Falcons, and we're at 20,000. It's getting up there. And Spirit are trying to calculate their moment. What is everything they need to even have a chance to get this fight? And with no Aegis on Luna, this is their best opportunity. But if they wait too long and that third Rosh is available, they're in trouble. Snake King, Havoc Hammer,
Nice play.
Swashbuckle, Rolling Thunder,
Havoc
Rage.
Hammer. Hold him in.
Thinking about going for Snake King, but they can't continue to go. They've got the bash, the Fiend's Grip on the high ground. Snake King, Skidder are both here. That Lucid Beam's going to stop the Fiend's Grip. They pop the BKBs on Collapse as well as Yatro. They'll go to the Havoc Hammer once again. The damage on the 9. They get the kill onto the Pangolier. They'll invest into the Luna. That's going to buy some time here for the Lifestealer. They look over at Skidder. They're trying to get the kill onto the Luna. The
Is your life
Satanic,
stealing
he's
enough?
trying to get up to full health. The Lotus Orb was on him. Wasn't enough for the protection. They go to the Eclipse. It's dropping down these Lucid Beams. They get the kill on a Collapse. Lionel taking Skidder. Now they'll focus their attention on Omar. He's a tanky Centaur, but how tanky is he? Laurel going with the right clicks. They'll get the kill on Omar. They'll look over at Snake King. Havoc Hammer once again. 4 heroes dead on Falcons. Spirit have found the timing, and they have found the fight.
Finally, they are the ones getting that jump. They're the first one to initiate a fight, and you can see the power of these 2/3 heroes. Collapse needed to use the buyback when they focus onto Luna. If he doesn't get that Satanic off, if he doesn't get the Force Staff, he dies off immediately, which makes fight completely different. Crit.
Full
He's
team
gonna
wipe.
get one shot pretty much.
That's the full
Alpha
wipe.
Gold. There needs to be more scaling. They are going to need to build into more damage. I see Lotus Orb onto Hoodwink. I feel like this needs to be damaged. Something big, some Daedalus, because right now you're solely focusing on Luna to be your damage dealer. So far it's been working out, but Team Spirit, you have Lifestealer with the Aghanim Scepter. That changes a lot of matchups. We've seen,
yeah.
you know, Troll against the Lifestealer. It will always favor Troll because he had Bash before. He does have Root mechanic, but nowadays, if you get the Infest with that long duration disarm,
I mean, it's not even, it's the fact that he's got Rage and a BKB, back into the Rage, goes into the Infest,
Radiance
then he's going to
mischance.
Rage again, Radiance the entire time. Like, right now, BKB trying to stand his ground. He's got Collapse also over here, who's really hitting hard
he's
with his
been
BKB.
super isolated. Like, the rest of the team didn't connect on top of him immediately. He's getting slowed down. Collapse is getting some extra levels, level 23.
Yeah.
If he gets level 25, if they get the first jump, that means that Luna can't dispel Corrosive Haze. With BKB Manta, nor her satanic, so that's gonna be easy way of finding which Luna is real, of course, and also having minus 20 armor. All right,
Back in it, Smiles.
He knows, he can smell it.
And the thing there, too, is Amar makes that blink in. He tries to get the hoof stomp, but Rage is available again. So it's just so tough to find the control onto this Lifestealer, who still has a 7-second BKB. They've smoked up. They're trying to find something. A couple of these heroes lagging behind on Spirit, but it's just the Crystal Maiden who's the furthest out. Now they've got this Ags on Bane, and that's where this Shard really just makes it so he can farm something like this. That gives him an opportunity to have a full Fiend's Grip, because in the last fight, it's a Lucent Beam. It's done. It's over.
25s are coming in relatively soon. You did mention Bane with the Aghanim Scepter. Not just that, but also having a telescope, so will provide with more range.
Got blessed, that's for sure. This Roche fight, blinking, Dragon Tail. Now they're going to turn this the other way. Amar's going to go with the hoof stop. He's got the Lotus Orb on him. There's the Rolling Thunder.
There's
into
the grip.
Fiend's Grip. That's onto 9. They ain't afraid. You can call Spirit 7 because they just ate 9. They're looking over now. It's Skinner. He'll pop the BKB. Yatro moving in with a BKB of his own. They've got the Hoodwink on the high ground. The Bushwhack lens on a collapse. The Lucid Beam. There's the Sharpshooter collapse, taking a lot of damage.
He's
He's in
infested.
on a Skinner, and he drops the Eclipse right onto Laurel. They've got the damage to get the kill on the Dragonite, but he hits up on the high ground. He's safe for a moment. Skinner dies. Down goes Laurel. The look over at Amar with the Lotus Orb on him. It's not looking like it's going to be enough. Yatro trying to hit away, but he TP's out just in time. Crit on the run into the trees with the Scurry. Collapse looking for an opportunity to kill this squirrel one more time. Looking like Daft Punk doing it again as Crit finally dies to Yatro, who pops the Infest.
And now Team Falcons are in a lot of trouble. They had, what, 17, 18,000 gold lead last two fights. Do belong to Team Spirit. Fiend's Grip onto Pango. It looked like he was about to cancel it, but that was also Aghanim Scepter completed, so he's not getting away from it. If he rolls in, we've seen so many times Pangos. That's why he has so many L's in this tournament and sitting at really bad win rate. When it comes down to the late game, if you roll in into this overwhelming physical damage, you're straight up gonna die. Rest of the team, they don't have the Rolling Thunder.
And just the immediate impact from that Ags on this Bane. They've got the Aegis now in the hands of Collapse.
Rage duration plus 1.5 seconds into BKB, into another Rage.
Bounty runes.
Yeah, they've been controlling the map 3 times more.
Not anymore.
Gold earned, but doesn't matter. Team Spirit, they managed to stabilize. And level 25 on Slardar. Corrosive Haze undispellable. That's going to be a big tool. Focus on Luna.
6% to 4 it was, and now 60% in favor of Team Spirit. Wow. Just a huge turnaround for Spirit, and they were looking for that opening all game. That first fight in the triangle, now that second in Roche, they knew it was just 2 fights away. They just had to get there.
Yeah, there's just not enough damage. And we talk about Crit, his itemization, that he needs to swap things around. I wanted to see Daedalus. That's what's queued up. That Lotus Orb is not going to do it. They need to be able to burst down the heroes and maybe get to somehow level 25, 2 8 shots. Laurel, he's not afraid.
Now the Sentry comes out, he backs away, snaking. He's just trying to stay alive. He knows he dies so quickly to Collapse. Laurel with the Elder Dragon form, he's got that Ags. He's almost getting towards that level 25. He's only level 23 right now, but 25 and all of a sudden, there might be an AoE Dragon Tail in Elder Dragon form.
2.5 minutes until XP rune spawns. He continues to farm up. Should be enough to get level 25. Slardar is big. You mentioned the Wind Waker. He's the one holding the Aegis for the team. Super tanky with his Aghanim Scepter sitting inside the river. All that status resistance.
He wants...
Strong hero, huh?
Just Slithering Crush cleaning a creep wave. That is disgusting on
Level
a 7-second cooldown.
Does allow him to do that. Now, full Nullifier flying out on a courier so they can lock onto the target and just straight up kill it. No Force Staff, Ghost Scepters, no shenanigans.
He went Nullifier. We talked about him, you said it just a second ago too, Wind Waker, and
Yeah, he has
he just got such an influx of gold. It's insane how much
Double
gold he's got.
Fiend's Grip.
They've got themselves the vision. They'll look after Mira. They get the Rolling Thunder. It's going to be
never
through.
mind.
They'll get the
Even
Kona
one.
Mira looking over at the Crystal Maiden. Maposhka's dead. Bull support's gone. They'll chase Collapse for a second. But he'll Guardian sprint his way out. And just the supports die for now. Nine sticking, though. The Inhibit, the Slow, the Slither and Crush avoided. Nine staying on him. The rest of the team starting to look to follow up, but Collapse getting far enough away where he'll be safe from Falcons.
And now Falcons, they get a kill. They get a second kill.
They want to force the buybacks of the supports. You've got Luna. You pressure building so quickly.
Problem is you can't just go for the high ground.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to get stun locked. Nullifier now available, so that's going to change things a lot. The Force Staffs are not going to be as good as they were used to in this 48-minute game so far.
Dire's bottom
Daedalus still being built for the Lifestealer. But he has that Basher, trying to keep heroes close. He struggled a little bit with keeping them right in the hands of his attack range.
Roshan's banner. Uh-oh. Don't lose
Oh,
this
two
one.
shots. Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, let's see the win percentage right now. The pendulum should swing.
With that Roshan's
Towards
banner
Falcons.
gone.
Okay, there it is. 55%. They did kill the most OP item in the game.
They certainly have. Because it was 60% Spirit. It caused such a huge shift. Definitely not the 2 support kills prior to that changed it. Oh, man. 30 seconds on this Aegis. And we are 50 minutes in. 3, potentially another 2.5 from the next Roche. I think we're looking at 60 minutes.
Definitely looks like it. Luna, 4,000 gold. Might need to start thinking about Divine Rapier at this point. They are definitely lacking some of the damage. Pango's damage later on, like you still deal same amount of damage or being more annoying, but if you're caught by a Fiend's Grip, you're straight up gonna die.
Yeah.
And there is potentially 2 Fiend's Grip coming out. Mira with the Refresher Shard.
Dire are scanning.
If you're Pango and
They might need to use Lotus Orb from Centaur to save him.
yeah, I'm wondering, like, would you even invest in an Aeon Disc or anything like that?
He's building one for himself, one Lotus Orb. So that's going to be the one. Get rid of your Arcane Boots.
Right.
You can still eat the Ags.
Ooh,
A lot of way to grow. That's their damage item.
Arl infested. He's also building Bloodthorn just up on this cliff. And he's about to hit that level 25. He's like 2 creeps away from it. So he'll get it in this fight with these creeps as he continues on, and that could be a big change in this exchange.
Illusions did die. Smoke on smoke action. He wants 25.
They're starting to come around the back of Falcons. Double catapult
That's a
wave.
big one.
Crit.
No buyback on crit if they can jump him.
It doesn't have buyback for 1,300 gold. They see the courier coming in. These illusions are chasing, but the vision is here
They
for the
should scout
side of
things
Falcons.
Creeps, they have Shiva's Guard, freezing aura on the
Scan?
creeps. I don't know if they, yeah, they did notice that, so they're gonna scan.
Yeah, they scanned, they blinked, they slither and crush, but that is the range rack's gone. Laurel's even gonna go for this. Dragon Tail in. They'll kill off
Nullifier.
Snake.
Not getting out of that one. They're still
Mars
gonna chase.
Skitter. Need
Another
to be
blink.
careful. There's the Shivas with the BKB pop by Laurel. He's able to continue on. They stampede, Yule's up into the air, that's from Collapse. They look over as the Slither Crush hits on Amar, they go to the Rolling Thunder. Yatro with the BKB being popped, they'll go and focus their attention on Namira, making sure that he can't get this Fiend's Grip out. But he's standing his ground for now.
There's
They
the
go to the
first
Fiend's
one.
Grip, it's on to Skitter,
They
they'll
got
get the
him.
kill onto this. Luna, dead for 100 seconds, does have buyback. And Falcons tried to overplay their hand. They were inside the base of Spirit, and they get caught with their pants down. They lose crit. 4 heroes gone on Falcons. Spirit again. Fight after fight after fight. They have played with perfection.
Yeah, their damage output from Falcons is just not there anymore. It needs to be Luna. Everybody else, they deal really low numbers. And 9, he needs to go for this type of a play. He did get the Lotus Orb from Centaur, as we mentioned. He tries to get a roll onto Bane, but he doesn't see him. There is, like, Invis in the late game is OP. If you don't have enough detection, you're running out of slots. So Bane goes away with his Glimmer Cape, gets that Fiend's Grip onto Skeeter, and he again has double Fiend's Grip available. This just might be it. 45 seconds, and they lose a fight. Luna, buyback ready.
Mid-center axe now favoring the side of Spirit. Blink, Slither, Crush with the first hit bash. They've got that Lotus Orb. They're going with Blink Hookstomp, but this is Rage, and now they're looking over the Centaur who used the Stampede. Skitter's gonna go through. They'll infest in a collapse, maybe intentioned for Skitter, but there's the Grip on a 9. Mira's on the low ground. They can't get him. They can't touch him. They go to the Refresher Shard. They're gonna pop the Fiend's Grip. They'll look over the Luna. They'll get the kill on a Skitter, and this is all Spirit with a huge comeback as they are gonna eliminate Falcons. They call GG, and Spirit, well, they've got a date with Xtreme Gaming in the grand finals as they take this 1-2-1.
Oh yeah, what a comeback from Team Spirit. They kept farming, they kept getting the next round of items, and these big items with the huge impact, they wanted to go with the three BKBs, but never got the chance to